Welcome back to Food for Thought podcast, the number one podcast in Bradford. You're here with my co-host today,
Mr. Munchbox. And who are you?
I tried to take over, didn't it? I wanted to do the intro.
No, it's good.
Hi, I'm
Sorry, stay there. Let me take over, guys. You're here to the Food Verified podcast, sponsored by Food for Thought. I'm your host today, Ali Heyman Food Reviews. Today we've got Hungry Hass here, and we've got a guy we picked up off the street. To be honest with you, he's going to help us out.
Have you got any change?
Have you put a ticket?
Do you have a card machine?
Yeah, 2 hours.
So you do know you're gonna need to put another 2 hours on, innit?
Don't worry, that's fine. 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, don't worry.
Yeah, but then you can't do that from your phone.
I can.
Why, have you done it from your phone already?
Yeah.
You can't do another 2 hours.
Then what do you do then?
You have to put the coins in.
Yeah, we'll do that then somehow, don't worry.
Don't make it a we thing, yeah? You're going to go.
Listen, let's crack on then.
It's like we will do the chores. Like, we will go and do this activity. Like, I'm like...
Not really.
I don't know why there's a... We can go eat, but we can't do chores. Like,
So tell you what you used to do. You used to use the setup like this. Like, you've seen how long it takes to set up, yeah? We'll get ready and they'll go, oh, bro, I'm so sorry. I need to go home. I left my laptop at home. Yeah, give me 2 minutes, please. Please, bro, I'm sorry.
One time, I went to his house. He called me. He goes, come to my house. I literally drove up. He didn't give me the house number, though. So I was on a random point in the street. Hand on my heart, I was there for 45 minutes, just looking around like this. He comes out and goes, brother, I've been here for 45 minutes. Where are you? He goes, I fell asleep. I'm like, when did you fall asleep? Because it took me, from where I was, it took me 4 minutes to drive to him. So I'm like, when I called you, you're awake. Within 4 minutes, you snuggled up in bed and that, and you fell asleep, fam. And I couldn't knock on his door, so I was just looking around like windows. Like, people must have thought, why is this random guy looking through our window?
They probably thought you're one of those guys from Safe Style, innit? Trying to sell them windows and doors.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, shit, shall we crack on then?
So obviously our guest today, good friend and brother, Ali Heyman. We've been trying to get this one done for a while. Don't know why it hasn't
We've
got
stood up
started.
twice.
Yeah, guys,
Well,
still up to
do you know what? I have no actual comeback, so I'm gonna just shut up on that one.
but we finally got it done, and we haven't been online for 3 weeks now, so I think we'll come back with a banger, don't we?
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. Let's kickstart like we always do.
Okay, cool.
Roll it back. Talk a bit about your childhood.
Like as the prices.
Yeah, roll back. Whoop. Okay, so basically, ask me a question. I don't know about my childhood, really. I mean,
Where were you? Where you grew up? Where you were born?
okay, so
Friends, that kind of stuff.
Okay, so Buckinghamshire, so I was born, UK. It's quite. It sounds posh, right? I'm from a dodgy as AF estate.
Serious.
Really bad, yeah. I'm from a place called Southcourt, and we all called Southcourt Scrubbers. Like, it is rough, like really rough.
South what?
Southcourt Scrubbers, because it's just dodgy. Like, it's a dodgy.
That a Facebook group and everything.
Bro, my school was so bad. All the teachers, they boycotted for a year. So on my GCSEs, we had a 4-day week for a whole year.
Wow.
It was bad. Yeah.
Do you have any of them like scanning machines? You know, they have in airports. Was it that bad?
I was thinking Tesco.
You know, when you walk through, if you got any weapons or metal items on your body or hidden away in your...
I am a weapon. I don't need that.
We know you're a weapon.
No, to be fair, no, damn it, that's an insult, isn't it? I was going to say I'm the weapon.
Yeah.
Like, piap, whatever. But no, no, it wasn't that bad. But it was bad though. Like, we literally, I didn't go to school on a Friday for nearly a whole year.
So your basic like Bradford school growing up, it's just that.
But worse.
I don't see it being
what
bad.
other schools like here, to be fair?
The mix, you get a mix,
They're fine. They're actually fine. I don't know about you. You go first. How was your school upbringing? I never went.
I did go.
Nursery was great. It was really fun, man.
I remember that red car with the yellow
He's
rooftop.
that guy who went to Pakistan for like 3 years.
No.
He came back in like year 10. Like,
how are the GCSEs? It's A-level time. I gotta
In
go.
nursery, I remember that red car with the yellow rooftop. Do you remember that, no? Come on, guys, what the
Your
hell?
dad's car or something.
No, I'm on about in nursery.
Like a bus type thing.
The one you used to play with, man, as kids. Did you ever play one of them red cars with the...
I think You just picked up a car from the shop. How done?
No, it's a proper. You sit inside it and you go. Well,
sorry.
Yeah, the little caddy things.
No, you know what we had? That's one of my
in nursery, man.
That's my earliest memory.
Yeah, that's
not the car. You're on your own on top of, bro. It was like a tricycle, and I remember I was in the playground and I was going around, and someone goes, Papa John, can I sort of have a go? And I let him have it, and the whole time he was doing it like this, and making me run past him. And I goes, you said you'd let me have it back after I gave it to you. He goes, no, I didn't. And the whole hour I was running the guy. That's my earliest childhood memory. That is.
So
don't you remember that?
Learning lessons from a young age, then.
Yeah, that's what I've turned out.
Don't trust anyone.
If I find him now, honestly, I'm still looking. I'm still chasing the guy. It's been 35 years. I'm still chasing. Like.
Did you ever have, Harold the giraffe in your primary schools?
Yeah, the life education.
Yes. Did you used to have it?
So
you used to go to a bus and it was all dark. And
but I'm quite a lot older than you, than both of you.
No, it's not that. There's people who are older than you who remember that. The thing is, I am presuming, I don't know if anyone's watching, maybe can correct me. I think that was maybe like a Yorkshire up north thing. I don't know how big it was down south. Basically, they bought out this life caravan. They'd have it on your school once a year. They'd come out and every year group would go, sit in there. Nice little caravan inside, and you'd have like this woman who'd be behind a wall, and they'd have a screen there, and this giraffe would pop up. That's how they'd start you off. And be like, hi guys, this, that. And then basically once that little show's done, it was like an icebreaker. Once you've done that, you sit down and then they bring out different, it depends on what they were going to do.
Biology and stuff like that.
See, we didn't have the budget for that.
They'd open up this guy. Open up this guy.
We didn't have teachers. That sounds like extracurricular. We didn't even have teachers. We had in my middle school. Did you ever used to have that thing where you get these like groups, and they're often like local churches will have like a youth group, and they'll come around, they'll do like a presentation on like depression or something. Do you ever used to have that? And it'd be the most dramatic thing you've ever seen in your whole life.
You lot were down bad, bro. No. Check this. It's insane. I've seen TikToks about it. It's so funny. Like there'll be say I'm the guy, I'm the middle, yeah, and I'll go, guys, do you know what depression is like? And there'll be a guy wearing a black top and he'll go, depression. And every time I go, what about when you're happy? And the guys go, happy. And it's like proper performance.
That's overkill. That's overkill.
I think I've seen them.
We had that growing up. They were mad.
Yeah.
Like they made no sense.
At that point, that was selling. The thing is, when it comes to education, a lot of, when it's formal education, they kind of push and feed that narrative and that education down the young people's throat. But when it comes to informal education, like what we as youth workers or people who do youth work believe in, is that when you work with young people, you work with from where they are rather than where you want them to be. Because young kids throughout their whole life, all they're ever doing is chasing targets, chasing goals. May that be from the institutions or at home. Your parents be like, oh Putter, I want you to be a solicitor, I want you to be a doctor. That's formal. That's how it's always been. You're chasing targets. Even when you've done everything in education, you've got your degrees. Once you start up with if you don't have your own business, even if you have your own business, you're always chasing something. But when it's informal education with youth work, like what you were saying, at that time that's sold. But how it works with youth work is that basically wherever the child is at, you start there and you work off the strong points, and whatever weakness they do have, there's always room for improvement and development.
100%. Yeah.
But youth centres, I believe, are dying.
They're
gone.
Yeah,
they're gone.
We need more. Like in my community, I know for that a lot of the people that would go to them would give them something fun to do, something to look forward to. Like we need more stuff like that, because otherwise, what are kids going to do?
When I started my degree in 2013, Bradford Youth Services got an 80% cut in 2013. As I started my degree. As I finished, it's not that it's non-existent, it's still around. There's a lot of great youth workers out there in Bradford. Shout out to all of them. The thing is that social services.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. Belly rumbling. Yeah.
I was like, is that a car outside? I'm like, what's going on?
ASMR.
Yeah.
So basically, social services.
Is hungry.
Hungry ass.
What would your belly be saying right now? Feed me.
It would be saying that. It's like punching against the walls.
Let me out.
Feed me more.
Right back. So basically,
guys, just so you know, we're fasting, by the way. Rosa is hitting me. Not to interrupt you, he's hitting me hard.
I'm more thirsty than anything because I do a lot of waffling. But basically, social services is seen more of a priority. Youth work is not seen as much. It's not given as much importance or significance as social work, whereas youth work, I believe, it goes hand in hand, because a lot of these cases that we've seen up and down the country when it comes to CSE, child sexual exploitation, grooming gangs, that kind of stuff, a lot of it gets uncovered by youth workers, and they actually chase you up.
Yeah.
No disrespect to social workers.
They go out of their own way.
Yeah.
But now, right, bro, in the era of austerity, they cut everything, let alone stuff like that. So they're cutting like actual, like, you know, from the top down. So from the jobs to the money, and this stuff is seen as like almost like add-ons. It's not seen as important, even though it is. So this is the first stuff to go.
100%. And the thing is, now we're living in a time where, like you're talking about depression and mental health, in our own community is seen as a grey area. People laugh and joke about it, especially when it comes to men. And this is not about being, let's talk about men or talk about women. I'm going to talk about something that relates to me because I'm a man. And the thing is that even with yourself and you, when it comes to social media, we have a lot of things. It's not that, oh yeah, I'm a big man, I'm macho, this and that. At the end of the day, we all have feelings.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that follow us, especially youngsters, who have some form of mental health and depression. But they can't, like you said, they can't access these key services because there's no funding for it. And even if there is, it'll either be like a charity or some kind of private donations or something like that. And it's sad to see that because, there is a lot of organizations out there. So if you see them like the police, health workers, the NHS, so you form a web, don't you? But each web will have a crack in it or like a loophole where people will fall through and that mesh will catch them. Does that make sense?
People fall through the net all the time because
yeah.
there's like links between. So, for example, if you were someone that needs to speak to like a psychologist, just for example, a therapist, because I've got friends in sort of similar positions, the process of getting from just a guy at your house who needs to speak to a therapist is so long, it's so arduous that someone that's already got poor mental health, that's struggling to speak to people, that process is so long they're never going to get to the end. And even when they do, they get passed around so much, they end up having to explain the same thing of why they're sad, which might be embarrassing for them to like 50 different people over and over and over again, and then it makes them feel even worse because they're not even being listened to. So it's kind of crazy, really.
Because like, I'll give you like an example with myself. I seen someone commit suicide, and when the police interviewed me, they took my interview, whatever it was. First we got called down because they're like, what were you doing there? But luckily before we got there, someone already had phoned the police to say, look, there's someone on a bridge off the motorway. And that bridge is known, it's called like the suicide bridge. We actually, funny enough or not, I went there to make TikToks, you know, because when you, at the top, you film down, you can see the cars and they look really, really small. As we drove on, there was a person there and basically they did what they did. So we rang police and they're like, you need to stay there. I go, I'm not staying here because I've just witnessed something and my head's in some next place. So they go, come to a police station in said place. So we've gone there, and rather than asking us what's happened, they've treated us like as if we're
like a suspect.
And I'm like, listen, we've rang you to say something's going on, and they're like, no, your stories don't cooperate. I go, what do you mean? They go, there's 3 people in other rooms. They're saying they don't know each other. I go, yeah, because I'm the main link. They're my friends, but they only know each other through me. Because one of the guy goes, I don't know his name. So obviously that looks dodgy, doesn't it? So what happened is after the interview, everything, obviously our stories were straightforward. We went there to make a video, and luckily there was someone else on the motorway who seen them, and they've told the police. Now once all this is said and done, I've witnessed something which basically, to keep not too graphic, they did what they did, and then I seen a car hit them. And you know, like when you see in the movies when a balloon pops.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So in my head, I've got this image now. Now, this is no disrespect to West Yorkshire Police, but you know, if someone's come to you and said they've seen something like that and you've interviewed them, you should, it's your duty as a professional, especially in that kind of role, to kind of lead them on to another service that can help them. I didn't get no help. The officer just goes, go home, make sure you're with someone who, you know, your family or somebody who's at home
They're
with you.
just auto responses. They're just what you say to everyone.
So I was like, so for a whole week, every time at night, because throughout the day I was busy, so I wasn't thinking about it. When I was going home, closing my eyes, I was seeing one image when that car hit that person, and basically it was crazy.
But the issue is often, it's with the different services, but the fact is it's from the top down. So the fact is that cop probably doesn't actually know where to send you. He's not been trained on it, and there probably isn't actually somewhere for you to go. Do you know what I mean? So the issue is actually the services don't even exist.
Yeah.
And if they do exist, they're so poorly funded that the waiting list is so long. We probably thought, you know what? I'm not even going to.
So what I did, believe it or not, I rang one of my local ustajis who I grew up, who taught me, and he goes, look, these things happen in life every day. It's not about me being disrespectful or anything. They happen, and unfortunately you was there to witness that and see that. The best you can do is block it out and go about your business. Obviously, over time, you'll come to terms with it.
Yeah.
But there'll be two things that will happen in your life. A, you'll just forget about it and just remember it when you go past it. Because every time I go past that bridge, I remember that now. But then he goes, another thing that will happen is one time in your life, something might happen again where it'll trigger it and you'll break down. But these are the things, unfortunately, every person's different. Everyone's got their own coping mechanism. Same with when it comes to education. Some people learn quicker. Some people, it's not that they learn slower. It's just they learn in a different way. But unfortunately, when it comes to education, and even with the NHS, look, before you could ring a doctor and you could get on the phone within 5-10 minutes. Now you have to wake up at bang on 8 o'clock. And you get into a queue, and it's like the lottery.
It's like a fight, bro. It's literally a fight. You wake up ready to rumble. You're like, I need to get through to the receptionist. Karen's going to be winding me up. I'm going to get her today. Like, she said no to my mum 5 times. We're getting her today. Do you know what? I know what time my break is. I'm going to meet her in the car park. We'll see Karen, innit? I'm coming for you. It is like that, though, because you're...
No, of course. So, getting on the topic of you were brought up in a quite predominantly white area. Am I right?
Yeah. To be fair, Aylesbury's kind of white, but it's kind of mixed now.
Okay.
Like now it's got to a stage where it's grown, so there's like, it's quite close to Luton. Luton's got a lot up there. So it is full of white people when I grew up, but now I think it's a little bit more mixed.
Okay, why? Do you think that the Luton kind of crowd just moved over to
Spread,
Aylesbury?
yeah?
Mashallah, brother.
Well, I've got the ginger beard and everything. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
So what was the difficulties of you growing up in a white area, being obviously a Muslim male?
To be honest with you, it was tough because it's like I look quite ethnically ambiguous, right? I get that a lot. So where I grew up, like for the English people, for the white people, the Caucasians, whatever, I wasn't really one of them because obviously I'm Pakistani or I'm proud to be where I'm from. But then for the Apne, I wasn't really like them either. So they would look at me like a Gora. So if I'm without getting my little violin out, I never really fit into either category. It's only as I grew up and I got more confident in myself that I just like, I'm me, I don't care. But as a youngster, I was crazy insecure. Like mad insecure about the way I looked. Bro, I used to have this thing where I used to beg my dad to let me dye my hair black. Because all my mates had black hair and I didn't. My hair was brown. When I was younger, it was ginger, now it's brown. And my dad said, no, because one day it's going to be your greatest strength. You're going to love the way you look. And I was like, please, he never let me. Now I'm grateful that he didn't. But when I was young, mad insecure because I didn't fit in anywhere at all.
Where was that turning point where you really started to feel comfortable in your skin? What happened? Was there a key moment?
Honestly, it was probably when it was quite late, maybe 24, 25. It was actually really late, to be honest with you, because even though growing up I always seemed confident because I'm good at talking, this and that, I was really insecure right until I was about 25. And then I graduated uni, I got promoted in my job, and at that point I was like, life's just too short. I've moved away, I've got my own place, I've been investing in property, so I was relatively like successful in that front. I got a degree, so that's okay. So I'm like, why am I so insecure? I'm actually doing alright, I've got friends. What's there to be insecure about? And honestly, one day it was like a switch. I just flicked it, and then from there I just never looked back.
Yeah.
Like even now, obviously we all have insecurities, right? We all have them. But generally, I just never look back at all.
Yeah, no, I resonate with that because I feel like I was so scared of a lot of things as a kid, and I can't pinpoint when it happened, but it was like a switch, and I just stopped caring.
Life is too short to care about what people think. Honestly,
when
it's too
you
short.
push yourself and take yourself out of your comfort zone, you grow a lot. It's like myself, before I went to uni, it's not that I had one mindset, but this is unfortunately the reality when you live in areas where it's highly populated with your own people and you don't really free mix. When I was younger, we mixed with blacks, Jamaicans, Afro-Caribbeans, certain white people, but they were like classed as estaters or stuff like that.
Yeah.
So them kind of people, we didn't see them as different, even though they are in so many different ways. But we seen them as our own. We grew up together. But when I went to uni, that's when your mind truly, or if you travel and you see different parts of the world,
you might expand from the little bubble that you've grown up in, where you might think that this is what life is like. I am shit hot here. I'm like, that might be the first swear word I've done on social media. Sugar hot here. You might think you're all that, but then when you travel and you learn so much about other people and you learn about other cultures and how other people live, it's like, growing up here, naturally, I don't care what you say, most people in the UK, it's like a natural inbuilt confidence of the UK is a good place to be. We know what we're doing. We got the best of the best of the best. And you go abroad and you see how someone's living in, like I went to Thailand, for example. The people just blew me away. They're so friendly. It's so beautiful. They have such a great way of life. We can learn so much from that. But you only get that perspective when you leave. If you stayed in the UK, you just think this is the place to be. It's the best place in the world.
It's not though, the weather's
You
never
don't know.
good.
It's not
better.
No, because there's so many other countries you can learn so much from.
Yeah.
You know, like look at Pakistan. Look at Pakistan. I got showed so much love. There's so much of that culture that we can learn from. That most people, unless you go there, you'll never see it.
No, he's right because
No, I'm just. Can you hear that?
that was me.
Oh, was it you?
Yeah, look.
Oh yeah, it's you.
I've
The
got a bit
baby
of
is
a-
about sniffing,
No,
yeah?
no, I thought it
Nasal
was
problem.
outside.
No,
That's
no, no,
why.
no.
I
Are
thought
you
it was
hungry?
outside.
You sniffing?
I'm always hungry, bro.
Trying to sniff
got-
the-
I'm hungry for the
what's
food.
this?
I'm hungry
How
for the
long?
paise.
Yeah,
I'm hungry for everything, bro.
Your boy's listen. Your boy's hungry and thirsty. I'm a single man. Do you know what I'm saying? Thirsty. Listen. How long? I was going to segue to something. I've got to say. How long do you think you could go? Okay, water. You've got a constant supply, yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you think you could go without food?
I've done it for 3 days. Recently as well.
What
When
was
you
that?
mean food, you mean food, as in
You can
anything.
only have water.
Only have water.
Nothing else. No.
I did it for what's 48 and 24,
72.
72 hours. I was delirious. on
I
the
wouldn't do
second
that.
day. I
No,
was.
no. What do you think you could like? What's
I've
the,
done a day, not Rosa. I've done a full day whilst traveling. So just having juice
Yeah.
and
I've
so
done
not
it,
even
yeah.
snacks. Like I was going to France, so most of the stuff on the way was just juice and water and stuff like that. But when I got like same thing like him, what happened once we got to Dover and I got on the ship because the ship was going backwards and forward like that.
Yeah.
I felt everything was like moving around. It was like a like not double vision, but yeah, it was
Yes,
crazy.
there's no vending machines on the ship. Yeah.
No, there was food there, but I'm not paying. You know them Cocoa Pops breakfast bar things?
Yeah,
you get?
yeah.
They were like £3. I'm not paying £3 for something that's 50p. Maybe
Bro,
now it's gone up in price.
That's the
but-
Bradford in you, you know.
I'd
If you're about to die,
I'd buy them by now.
if you're trust me, brother, I'll pay for £30 right now. You send them. If you're dying, yeah, I'm like just £3.
It's
Yeah,
like
but
now he
you're
starts
right.
weeing in a bucket.
But you know, people down south, you go to London, like look here now, before obviously the current situation with inflation and the economic crisis that we're going through, a taxi ride in Bradford would cost you $3.50, like 1.5 miles, 2 miles, yeah? In London, the average price for a taxi is about £7 for a mile, and people tip they give £10. Tip
Bro, it cost me £7 to get here.
now, but you live 3 miles away.
Do I?
Yeah, you don't live a mile away.
Close.
Eh?
I thought it was about 2 miles.
You know, when you drive your own car, you obviously you're putting
boosted
petrol
it, man.
in.
Yeah, true.
You folded so quick there, man. You're like, no way. It's true. Yeah, you're right, actually. You're not.
No, because I'm
Think about it, he's a taxi driver.
I'm an
That's
ex-taxi
why.
driver, so
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
got
you
knowledge
can't
in
argue.
it,
So
yeah.
that's
Yeah,
why
you
I'm
can
just gonna be like, yeah.
I've got the knowledge from driving
Oh,
within
you've done,
the...
do you know, Custom, you've done everything, you know.
He's like
No,
a
I haven't done everything.
multi-talented,
I haven't done
multi-skilled
everything.
I'm like,
He's
yeah,
a
you're a gardener,
labourer
I've
for a
done
bit.
that.
He's
Do you
a
know what it is?
My back
carpenter.
hurts, I'm a physio.
It's not that. What it is that the
You
background
just sound
that
like I'm an audiologist. Like every time, everything I say to him, I've got a backache. Do you know what, I'm a chiropractor? Come here. Let me just snap you up, bro.
No, well,
There's an app for that.
so basically, it's not about doing everything. It's as I've grown up, I've always had to fend for myself.
You're a professional
Big shout out
fighter
to
now.
Oh, big shout out to my mum because at the end of the day, she's done a lot for me, a lot for my siblings. But the thing is, as I was growing up, it's like I'm the eldest, so I have a lot of responsibilities. When I was giving money at home, I used to be like, yeah, I'm giving money at home, I'm the man of the house, this and that. But in reality, when you do that, that is one side of it. But then when you go live in your own house, have your own bills, then you realize the money that I was giving at home was nothing. You understand?
Honestly, bro, you know, like giving money to your parents, that's
Yeah.
just one of your many funds. Like,
Yeah,
your funds
yeah,
never
yeah,
end.
yeah.
It's like one of your duties, you know, so it's like that's just one of many and they never end.
So like while I was at uni, believe it or not, so now this was one of my routines. Wake up in the morning, go to uni, do all the theory, practical side of stuff within the uni, learning, then going out and doing the placement stuff. So that was that. Then I'd finish placement. You say I finished uni on a, because each day was different. Some days we just have uni, some days we'd have uni and placement. So go uni, finish about 4, then go to placement for 5, finish at 8, then I do taxi from 8 till like 3, 4 in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's long.
Yeah.
But you have to do it. The thing is, like, there was an episode we've had where people have used excuses. I'm being straight up with you, bro, about doing certain things because they didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
Bro, there's always a choice.
There's always
No
a
matter
choice.
what you do.
I don't rate that kind of stuff. Obviously,
Yeah.
listen, on one hand, I appreciate because look, your life might be harder, you might have less privilege, so it might be tougher for you to make the right choice, but you still can. That's why we have our religion. It still tells us the right and wrong. Listen, when I was 13, I got my first job. The way I got it, bro, was I knew a guy who used to work, you know, markets, right? Not the actual vendors, you know, the people that actually own the stalls, the physical stalls.
Yeah.
There's a company that puts them out every morning.
Yeah.
The guy, his name is, actually, I'm not even going to mention him in case he doesn't want me to, because this is actually a little bit dodgy, right? So, because I was so young, I shouldn't be working on a market stall, but anyway, I was 13, I used to knock on his door every morning, to school and after school. And after like the 10th day in a row, his missus would literally, you know what, just come in, have some biscuits, have some tea, we'll feed you, then just go home, because I did it so often. And after about 30 days, like 30 days in a row, I mean, telling him to give me a job, he was like, do you know what, I'm going to pick you up in the bloody morning, I'm just going to put you on, is that okay? So I used to go to work when I was 13, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'd finish at 7, then I'd come home and I'd go to school, that was like say 9ish till like 3, and then I'd go back on the market from 4 till 6, I did that for like 3 years, from like 13 to 16.
Wow.
Yeah.
See this stuff.
I bugged him. I still laugh because I just, now thinking about it, like a little kid coming to your house every day, he buckled eventually. And he used to give me, back in those days, you know when you're 13, £10 was a lot of money, man.
A day?
Yeah. No, it was £10 for the whole week. No, it was £30 for the whole week. For 4 days, so it'd be $7.50 a day.
Yeah, but still, for
back
a 13-year-old kid.
This was like over 20 years ago.
Yeah.
This is a lot of money, man. Like, I was killing it. But technically, the reason
I was making £30 a day. That's thanks to my dad.
Hook me up, I'll take it.
My dad. No, so
being
basically,
a YouTuber isn't easy. I'll do it now.
The reason I was mentioning this is because it's like, not that I've done everything. Circumstances, you know, tough times make you into a tough person. It's the reality. And a lot of people out there will give up, and there's no reason to give up, because it's like, look, I'm sat here, I'm proof. There's proof in the pudding. Even with yourself, look, I never knew this. How long I've known you a couple of years now. I never knew that.
Bro, I've done loads of jobs like
and I rate that.
It's one of them where they say pressure makes diamonds, right? It's one of them. I've worked at McDonald's. I at the same time when I did that, I worked on a kebab van. So I was like 15, and I was serving like.
Were you reviewing the food then or no?
Can you imagine? Bro, I used to sit there. It's proper Heyman and it's proper nice, man.
It's perfectly serviceable.
Yeah. When they invent the internet, I'm going to be a reviewer. I used to literally, at 4 a.m, I used to serve like 40-year-old drunk men. It was mental. I did that. I've worked as a cleaner. I've done loads of jobs. To be honest, I'm one of those people, I'll do anything. If it gives halal kameh, if it's halal income, I'll work anything.
But this is what I'm trying to push, because it's like, look, when kids look up to us, watch our content, I always say to them time and time again, no matter what you do, make sure. The reason why I'm saying this is because I've even got family members who do bad stuff, and I disassociate myself from them, because at the end of the day, it's not about, you know, good and bad. The thing is, the money that you're making is written for you, but the way you make it is up to you. You can do good or bad. But generally, people turn and say, oh no, there's always jobs. Like, I even had a time where I was unemployed while I was at uni, before I got my taxi badge. That's why I started doing taxi, because I was going uni, I was doing my stuff, but I didn't have any money to spend, because the money that I did have and I was getting, I was spending it on, because I didn't have a car either, I was spending on buses and taxis to get to work placement. So I started with the agency, and I was getting paid peanuts, and I was doing like a dog graft within a couple of companies within Bradfordian warehouses. But at the end of the day, I still carried on. What happened, I saved a bit of money. I went and did my driving test for my taxi, got my taxi badge. Then I saved a bit of money, I bought a car. It was a slow process, because a lot of people don't understand. Is like, in this day and age now, people go broke by acting rich on social media, especially.
It's very common, yeah.
Because YouTube for me.
But that being said, bro, now, bro, times are hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's not everyone, because the fact is now, bro, prices have gone up for everything. Energy's gone up. Jobs are low. Like, it is a tough environment too. I always think, you know, when people try and give me like a concrete answer to a subject that the world's greatest minds have no answer to, and I'm like, Barry in the pub down the road knows the answer, but the world's greatest minds don't know. He's probably talking rubbish. The truth is somewhere in the grey. Do you know what I mean? It's like you got one end of you can achieve anything, you can do anything if you work hard, and the other end is, do you know what? Life is rubbish. There's no jobs. There's nothing out there. The truth is somewhere in the middle. It just depends on the person and where they're from. Like, I know where I come from, Aylesbury, Buckinghamshire. There is. I reckon there's enough jobs for most people, but not everyone. It would be unfair to say, because the town is tiny, man.
No, of course it isn't.
It's just not. But there's, for most people, yeah. But then there are still people that are dossers. Do you know what I mean? So the truth is somewhere in the grey area.
No, of course the population is big, and there is even, like, look, when I used to apply for jobs, genuinely, and I even did this once with a company in Belden. I can't remember the name. I rang them up. Hi, how you doing? You okay? I heard you've got a vacancy going. Yeah, we have. Okay, name, details. So I give them my name. They go, oh, 1 second. And it was a lady. She's put me on hold and she go back, oh, sorry, the post is gone.
You know
so
why?
then I got my mate to ring and act like an English guy with the English name. And guess what?
Yeah. Bro, there's been many studies into this. There's been many studies, like it's conclusive, it's objective, it's not even debatable anymore. If you have a name which hails from this country, I don't know, Ben Smith, for example, shout out to Ben, he's got lots of jobs, he's taken all the jobs, right?
Ben Sherman.
Trust me, he's more likely to get a job, like 18 times more likely to get a job than someone like yourself. Do you know, that's just a categorical fact at this point, because they've recreated that kind of study, that experiment 100 times over. Every time it's the same result.
Do you blame him? Look at him.
Yeah. No, but he's over the phone like that.
But alhamdulillah, the thing is, one thing that I've learned is that, you know, it's
do
not
TikTok
about overtime.
and be the wee woo man.
That is paying off now, kind of. But the thing is, people don't see the
you work
graph.
hard, bro. The fact that
I spent 3 years of my life. I've been doing content since 2008. I've never given it time. I've done it as a joke. Come and gone over the years. I've met so many people, good and bad, in the music industry, content creators. But the thing is, the last 3 years, I put blood, sweat and tears into it. And I was sitting down that day, we were talking about it. I've done over 500 videos, and at least 400 out of them 580 videos is food reviews. Now, if you were to average it out, because some places I've gone, the bill's been a couple £100. Some places I've gone, it's been a £5 or something. But if you were to average it out, £20 a video, just say for argument's sake, the average might be a bit higher. That's £8,000.
And bro, that's just.
But that's without the time.
Yeah, that's just the easy part. The cost of the food is easy. Or not easy, but it's like the smallest part, because if you're there and then you're editing all day, you can't do a job. It's like when you do YouTube, for example, it might take me 6 hours to edit.
That's a wage.
So don't get me wrong, I don't want to be like, you know, there's influencers that go, oh, you don't know how hard our life is. You know, the sad music plays and goes, please donate to me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, like, my life is just so hard as an influencer. Like I wake up and
I need a line on it.
You don't know how hard I work, okay? It's a full-time job, you wouldn't get it. You stick to lorry driving. But I hate those people that act like that.
Lorry drivers make good money, man.
Yeah, but even that's a hard job. The point I'm making is they talk to people like this and they say that, like, you don't know how hard it is for an influencer. No. Listen, it is hard. There's lots of challenges. I struggle many ways.
A lot of benefits.
However, I would never go back to my old job. I much prefer this. I hate when people make it seem like it's something. It's a lot of hard work. Like, look, we're starting this, which we'll talk about in a bit.
You have started, or you're starting?
No, we have started.
Started.
Okay, just remember that, okay? But the fact is, and I've been doing like 20-hour days, and so has Hass. He works really hard, but I would rather do this than go to my old job. That's just a fact, you know?
Let me just bring back some order to this conversation, because it's gone here, there, everywhere.
Order.
But it's good, because we're freestyling it.
I know we're freestyling it, but at the same time, I like there to be a journey for our viewers.
We're going to peruse
a journey of three friends.
My life. We walked through Aylesbury.
It's a journey of 3 friends.
Yeah, man.
So, Heyman Food Reviews, you were originally called Halal Food Travel Guide. That's what I seen you as originally.
That is correct.
HFTG.
Someone's taken that name now. Someone messaged me the day that I changed it. It's like, do you mind if I just take it? I'm like, it's a dead name, you can have it.
What possessed you into making halal food content? What just happened? What made you just go, I'm going to start YouTube?
I'm quite an impulsive person, to be honest. I just do things and then I'm like, do you know what? I'll figure it out. So I just randomly decided to do it. There was not too much of an amazing story, but now I think about it, there's more to it. But at the time, I literally, I travel a lot. I go away all the time. It was just before COVID, so I was going away a lot. And I wanted to take pictures. So I was like, I want to future-proof my pictures. I want them to look good in a few years. So I brought a camera. And then I was walking home, and I literally walked into a restaurant, and I picked up loads of like books they had as decoration, and I put the camera on top, and I was like, let's just test the camera, and I just hit record. And it was mad because, okay, so if the guy's watching this, basically, it was Halal Guys in London. I think it's still there, Leicester Square. Okay. It was my first ever review, and I go in, and I set the camera up, and the staff member obviously seen I've got a camera, and back in those days, 3 years ago, maybe food vlogging wasn't so common. So he's thinking, oh my god, he's really famous. He's massive. Bear in mind, I haven't even made a YouTube channel yet. I'm what's below zero? I'm like minus something, right? I don't even have a YouTube channel yet. He comes through and goes, oh, yeah, what are you doing here? I goes, I'm just taking some shots of the food. He calls the franchisee owner, he owns like a load of stuff, one of the big wigs. My guy drives over to central London for whatever he was. I hope he was to do something important. In fact, you know what? I think it was his anniversary. I think he even said it's his anniversary. He drives over, and I'm there like, oh man, I can't say I'm an old one. So he's like, so what are you doing? I'm like, okay, what I should do is just answer honestly, don't lie, but don't make. I was like, a food review. And then he was like, so where are you going to put it? And I was like, the internet. Because I didn't have Instagram. I didn't even use Facebook, bro. I didn't have a picture on my WhatsApp, man. I'm like, a WhatsApp profile picture. I didn't even know. So he goes, do you know what? Interview me. So on my first review, I got an interview from this guy, he's a multi-millionaire guy. All this stuff was happening, and it was just the deadest video I've ever done in my whole life. The whole video was just, hey guys, this is a food review. We're going to eat some food today. It's proper nice, man. It's proper nice, you know. It's really tasty and that. It was so funny, man. I look back at it now and I laugh. It's got like 60,000, 70,000 views or something. Yeah, I wish I might even delete it. It's very bad.
No,
honestly, it's so bad that he made me interview him, but I had nothing planned. So he was like, "What do you want to ask me?" I was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "So this is halal, guys. What is that?" And he was just like, "It's just food. Thanks." I didn't know what to say. I was making the whole thing up. I was like, do you know what? Bluff it, blag it. And it worked, you know. If you're watching, I now have a good channel, so come back and I'll do a good video for you.
How was halal, guys, anyway? Is it nice?
Watch the video, find out. No, it's, do you know what? It was actually really good. It's a good lunch spot.
Yeah.
But now I think it's quite pricey. Everywhere is, I guess.
Isn't that the New York chain that's come to London now?
The Egyptians, the owners are Egyptian.
He had like a cart or something.
Yeah, it's on the 40s. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's 47th and 7th or something like that. Because they have.
It's famous.
Yeah,
it's famous.
And something like that. They have a bowl, chicken, meat, whatever you want to mix.
It's like shawarma thing.
Yeah, but they give you rice and then they have the hot sauce and the yogurt sauce.
And the hot sauce is hot, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you with spice actually?
I'm alright.
It's for me, I can have a bit, but it's mad hot.
Some people I've seen on YouTube, I can't remember the name. There's two guys, they're twins. They're from like the Far East somewhere. They've got a good YouTube channel in America.
Chili challenge tonight. So do a chili challenge.
Go on,
No.
Go on, you do it. I'll watch.
You do it.
I'll be on the I'll be on the side. I was like, come on, man.
You are a proper PUSSY when it comes to chili challenges.
Who's high?
Puzzle.
Now, do you know, for me, I just don't rate. Firstly, I struggle with them, but secondly, it ruins my stomach for a week. I can't do reviews for my job, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
It's a hazard of the job, and I can't work, so gotta pay the bills.
You should get your stomach insured. Do you know, like how footballers get their feet insured?
How would I? How much is it worth?
I don't know.
But then, would I have to lose my? What would have to happen to my stomach to make
You'd
it? You'd
have to burn the lining of your stomach. So just if you want to do an insurance claim, just have a spoon of chili sauce and just say, "Oh yeah, my stomach's fucked. I'm out of work,"
you know what?
and you're covered.
Why am I doing reviews, man? I could just do that.
It's dishonest.
Look, the light bulb's got on.
No, okay. What if you go somewhere and you have the
genuine though,
shits?
that's
What if you go somewhere and you
it's
have the
genuine.
shits?
No, but they're not going to pay you for having the shits.
Yeah, they are.
They're gonna pay you
If you're insured for that, if it's in the contract, it's actually perfectly above board and legal and not dodgy in any way.
Yeah, but this guy's on about, you know what he's doing? He's on like Kim Kardashian level. She's insured her ass, yeah, and Ronaldo's insured his legs, bro. Martin's not on that level, yeah. I've got 100k.
I'm not mine and yours isn't, but he's getting there.
Talking about your guest, do you know what I mean? I'm on your podcast.
Exactly. God. God, we're talking about Ali.
Do you know what I mean?
No. Well, if you think, you go, inshallah, the insurance company insures you, but
I'm gonna get my ass insured. Gone.
How? What?
Right, okay. So next question after that I was gonna ask you. So obviously first review, you've done halal, guys. It was terrible. What kind of made you go, I should carry this on?
Yeah, do you know what? I guess I just thought it was terrible, I'll be honest with you, it was very bad. However, I was like, if I can do this at this level with no training, didn't think about it, didn't script it, nothing, and why not, right? So in my head at that point, I spoke to my sisters, and they always like go away. My whole family like to travel, and the one thing they always tell me is whenever they go abroad, all they have is pizza, wherever they go, because it's halal. It's easy to find halal pizza. So I was like, there's no one actually going abroad finding halal spots. It's not a thing on the internet. No one's really doing reviews abroad. So I wanted to do that, but then COVID hit. So then I was like, what's actually open? And the only thing that was open was actually just takeaways. So I started doing takeaways, started doing restaurants, and that just sort of takes us to here, you know?
Oh, have you always been into your food?
Oh, I've always been a massive foodie, yeah. My biggest passions are probably food, training, which came later on in my life, to be honest. It was food first. Food's always been number one. Even when I was young, I used to do this thing, right? This is really naughty, right? This is actually really bad. But my cousins watching, and I used to do this. I used to tell my cousins, right, why don't you stay over? Like, stay over, we'll have a sleepover, yeah? So they'd come over, and I'd tell my mum, I'd be like, you know, my cousin Shumba, yeah? I'm like, Shama loves mangoes. You should get some mangoes for Shama, right? My mum would get them, but I wouldn't tell Shama that we had mangoes. I'd wait till they're all asleep. I used to come down and eat all the mangoes on my own. So my mum would wake up and she'd be like, "Did you all enjoy your mangoes?" And I'm like, I'm such a big foodie.
That happened to me the other day with a colleague, a staff member. So a staff member asked me, "Oh, look, can I have this day off, please? It's like this Saturday, I want to go out." I knew that if I went to go ask Ash, he was going to say no. So I just told her straight up, like, "No, you can't have the day off." So what's happened now is, like, a couple of hours later, her and Ash are like doing something, and she turned around and said to Ash, "Oh yeah, well, I'm not talking to you anyway because you didn't let me have Saturday off." And Ash has just gone, instead of covering it up and be like, "Yes, you can't have Saturday off," you just gone, "What are you talking about?" And then she just looked at me like with this evil stare. I'm just gone, "Oh, get the God here."
The question is, did she have the Saturday off?
Yeah, but she had to work the Sunday.
You got it. You can't even have to pass this guy.
Horrible bosses. Anyway, go on, do you ask something?
No, my mind's blank at the moment. I'm hungry, bro.
Yeah, we're struggling.
And what go on.
What are we eating?
I was going to say, what are we eating? Like, what is the plan? I'm thinking, I kind of fancy meat. I fancy meat.
Do you, if you want porterhouse, we can go porterhouse. Me personally, I want something dirty.
What do you fancy?
Nasty.
Bro, I'm willing to get down and dirty and butt
I want like something from here, then something from there, then something from there.
Oh, you want to hit it from all angles?
All angles.
Let's do it then.
If I'm gonna go, if you're up here, I don't know what is like the perfect munch that you could get.
We'll get dessert somewhere else. So let's get hot food and then dessert.
Yeah,
do you know what?
Desserty poo.
Have you had the brownie points yet? Listen, don't say what about my boy Sarosha, right? Do not say anything about my boy.
What are you thinking?
Go on, just say it.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything yet, huh?
Why do you not like brownies?
Edit it out.
Do you not like brownie points?
It's not about liking it or not. I didn't say anything. I mean,
Bro, just answer the effing question. You're actually annoying me.
you can
Do
see
you
he's thinking
like
something.
brownie points or not?
Why are you making us draw
I
information
can't
out
give
of you?
you a verdict on
This
something
guy's a
that I
politician, you
haven't
know.
had.
Or have you not had it?
I know
Okay.
who the guy is, man. He drives a blue S3 or RS3.
No, he's got a different car now.
Well, it was him, innit?
Yeah,
He messaged me
yeah.
that day to get a free shout.
Yeah, so help a brother out. Also now,
What?
so you
No,
don't
what?
want to do it.
No,
because-
I've done it. I did it for loads of people. If he's billah, bro, it's good to help small businesses.
So did you post this?
I posted about 50 people throughout the country.
Then let's go eat.
He's moving like a solicitor.
Do you know, he's a politician,
He's
this guy,
moving
you
like
know.
a proper solicitor.
He's a proper politician, you know.
I did 50 people.
It's like
He's
I
not-
will neither confirm or deny the allegation. I'm like, yeah, but did you do him? I've done many people.
Yeah.
But did you do Sakib though? There are
Ask
many
him, he'll
Sakibs
tell
in
you if I've
Bradford.
shared his
I
post
don't know
or
what
not.
that means, bro.
I show love to everyone, but the thing is,
But did you show
Them
me?
same people
Can we
didn't
stop
show me love, though.
overcomplicating
They
a
didn't show
simple
me love.
question?
Oh really? Why not? What happened?
basically, I rarely do shout-outs like that. The reason is because...
You need to verify the company before you shout. I don't like shout-outs. I don't know who they
stuff
are.
like that is because when people are cooking at home, if you don't have the right food standard, hygiene in place and stuff like that, you can get into trouble.
Yeah.
So I thought, look, it's rosé. Let's help some people out. People are struggling, and like you said, everyone's struggling in one way or another. So I've shared a couple of people's posts. They've replied to me, "Oh, look, through you." This was like the night before. "Oh, thanks to you, I've got 50 orders
Man.
from one shout." So I put a post up. If you want me to share your small home business, not restaurant or takeaways,
Yeah.
and it has to be food related, I'll shout you out. Boom! My Snapchat's going crazy now. In one day, I got about 400 messages.
Wow.
But I only shared about 50 because the rest of them, most of them the ones I shared, they're like, "Assalamu alaikum, thank you for giving opportunity, and can you share this?" Which I'm fine with because it's nice to see some form of appreciation. The rest of them, "Yo, share this. Yo,
It's
do
rude.
this."
Yeah, they're just
I
getting
like-
It's not for you though, isn't it?
No, but I'm not a yo or hey. Okay, I'm
Give
born in
some
Bradford.
love. If you're
Bro,
doing
I'm
favor,
doing
give
you a favor. It's not about money.
No,
it's a
I
principle.
completely agree with you.
I'm doing something and I'm
It's
giving
like
you access to my followers, my hard
Do
work.
this for me. But you
No,
know
man.
what, boys, bro, stuff like this. The reason why I don't share everyone is because you know when like you value your audience.
You diluting them.
No, it's not even that. Let's say I value my audience, which I do, and there's thousands of people on there. I'm not going to share a page or a service or a food that I haven't tried myself because it could be dead.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
people would see that as me endorsing it. When you share it, they're like, "Oh, Ali's sharing it. He must like it." They go down and it's a terrible service and or product, food, whatever.
No, but you know, like with
So
cupcakes.
I always make sure to. Make
I was
sure
going to
these-
say something as well.
Yeah.
So tell you where I went yesterday that I was proper annoyed with.
Go on.
So obviously everybody's talking about filet losh. Do you know about filet losh?
Of course, man.
Okay, there you go. So I thought I want a filet losh. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually worked. As bad as it is, it actually worked. And I went to go get a Ferrero Rocher
From where?
milkshake. Chai Wali.
Okay.
Do you know what? I'm not going back.
Why?
Still,
They're the yogurt place, isn't it? They do like frozen
Do you know
yogurt.
what? Their frozen yogurt is nice.
It looks good.
Their milkshakes are nice. What they offer is nice. What they have is nice. They've got a kid behind the desk that don't know his head from his ass. They've got girls who are just giggling and like messing around in the back. And the whole place is a tip. Like the front kind of stand is a tip. You can see in the back it's a tip. It's all messy. You don't get the customer service. You don't get looked after.
Yeah, I've been there once and it was kind of chaotic, man.
And I was like...
We went there once, remember? We met his brother's friend and he was like, oh, your family member or whatever. We didn't...
He has to plead the fifth.
No, I don't have to plead fifth. I'm not pleading no fifth, bro.
I didn't say comment. I said, do you remember we went in it? Like,
I'm not...
I'm giving
look,
my...
that's your opinion. I don't give a shit. I'll say as it is, bro. Look, if the owners find it offensive or not, I don't give a shit. Do you know why? Because he's a paying customer. They should take his feedback on board.
No, still.
I don't care what they say.
I went to bed. I'm happily paid.
All feedback is okay. As long as it's respectful, there's nothing wrong with it. So, for example, if you're saying that the service needs improvement, that's good. That's good for them. Because listen, if people boost you all the time, tell you all the good stuff, that's not where you grow. You grow when people are critical. It's like if you run a company, you need people with opposing ideas. No one's going to just kiss your bum and say you're the best.
Yes, man.
You need people that are actually going to tell you the opposite. That's
look,
good. But
even with them, I've told them loads of stuff. And look, at the end of the day, if you don't like it or something that they're doing, at the end of the day, you're entitled to that because you're a customer. With me, it's different because I know them guys personally.
Oh, okay.
So for so long now, since I've started my food channel, I've had hundreds and hundreds of messages in my DMs and even now through my website of tea companies approaching me. But I can say the names: Chai, Chai Pani, this Chai Biscuit, Chai here, Chai there. Yeah, Me Chai, Miljul Chai. They're good places, but the thing is,
place. It looks good in Oldham.
Yeah. I went. It was nice. He went. I'm still waiting for this video. You prick.
Sorry, man. Fuck. So
basically, the thing is, I've shown a lot of love and loyalty to these guys in the sense where I haven't worked with anyone else because I'm that type of person. It's not about money, it's about a relationship that you build up. Now, this is no disrespect to them, but at the end of the day, I've got people knocking on my door who are ready to pay me to work with them. It's not about a review, it's about giving them access to my platform. They don't even want a review, they just go, look, share this or this.
Yeah.
But all the other places I've been to, you have to understand one thing now. If it's not an artisan place or something that's doing gourmet, 99.9% of the tea shops in Bradford are all the same. There's only a handful that are very different, and there's reasons for that. Maybe if it boils down to the service or the quality of their tea. Like Chaiwala, they use powdered stuff. Yeah, they're one of the biggest growing franchises within the UK when it comes to tea shops. But for me personally, and I know you like them and you rate them, but for me...
I don't... What?
No.
Have you seen it? No.
The last one, because whenever you go home...
I've been ripping them so hard. I'm getting messages from like the people at the top messaging me saying... Because look, I'm honest with everything. So when I first went, I did a full menu taste test. And I'll still say now, like the ones in Manchester... they're really good. They joke for the value for money because at the end you have to understand the price point. So they're trying to compete with places like Costa. So sometimes you can get a coffee and like a breakfast for like £6, man. Like they get £7.
But that boils down to the franchisee, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So that's good because it's value for money. It's supposed to be like, let's say you go shopping and you fancy a quick drink and a quick snack. It's not a restaurant. That's kind of what they're going for, which they do well. However, I've been to so many Jaiwalas that are horrendously bad. Like the one in my hometown, Aylesbury, I put a post up and it went kind of viral because they, check this right, I didn't put this on the post, they messed up 9 out of the last 10 orders on Uber Eats. And I kept going because I was like, it's a local business.
Yeah.
I think I even know the owners. I'm like, I'm going to do my best. I want them to do well. And I just lost my tether. On the 8th mistake they make, I even said, look, if you do this again, I actually do reviews. I will do something because... like you need to be told to, like someone needs to hear this and improve. And then now I think Jaiwala saw that and they're going to give them more training, but they are a horrendous store. It's such a shame because some Jaiwalas are great. Like,
do you know Jaiwala as a brand is actually doing so well? They've got the drive-through, they've got the one in Trafford Centre now. They are actually, and do you know what? It's nice to see. I love seeing that.
The Manchester ones are amazing. I know the brother who owns them. He's got 5. They're all good. He runs a tight ship, bro. The food is great, the service is good, the interior is nice, the price point is great. That model works.
Well, if you're selling 1,000 teas a day at £1.70. That was, I think, the last time I checked the price. 150, 170. That's nearly £2,000 just off tea, bro. In sales, that's not a joke.
It's a good one. For me, it's nice seeing like an Arpana style coffee house or like a tea shop, because I get their coffee, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Like I like to see that because it's a bit different. It feels, some of them they feel artisan. They feel like an artisan, like independent coffee shop. Some of them.
So I'm gonna be completely honest, and I can say this as it is because that's how we do it. For me, and I'll say as it is, yeah, I've worked with Chai Wali, but the stuff that I've worked at is to push their donuts and their ice cream. I've never really raved about their tea because it's nice, but it's not the best.
Is that Chai Wala or Chai Wali?
Chai Wali.
Oh, okay.
Chai Wala uses powdered stuff, so I'm not even gonna rate that.
I'm sure we had dessert at Chai Wali.
We did. So like their frozen yogurt and their donuts are nice. Yeah, I'll be straight with you. But for me personally, and this is a free indirect shout out, the best tea in Bradford for me has got to be Me Chai on Leeds Road, banging. Their tea is different, and then on top of that, coming in second place,
the green one.
Yeah. So Me Chai, I really like their tea, and the lads in Leeds Road always see me there because I'm wow, and if I'm in that area, I'll go because I do. The thing with me is I don't like I don't like kachicha. Kachicha is English tea. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like my tea, like desi style. Yeah. So I go there. Me Chai is nice, and then on top of that, Cha Cha Chai on Ingleby Road. That's an OG spot. That's one of the first places.
Cha Cha Chai though. Is it not powdered as well?
No.
It's such a large operation.
No.
Often they just.
No.
They make it order there.
Bro, you know when you're having tea,
I've never been.
you can tell the difference, bro. There's a huge difference when you have it. Yeah, they do make the tea in bulk, but at the end of the day, it's not just about the tea. When you go down there, you get good customer service. The young lads that are there.
I've never been.
And
what's their breakfast like?
they used to do it. I don't think they do it now. What they've got is like desserts and stuff. Their milk cake is probably one of the best. The Lotus Biscoff is one of the best in Bradford. Next, you know what it is?
See, I'm not a tea guy, but I love nashta. Like I love the breakfast stuff, but I'm not really a massive. Bucky jar I'll drink, but I won't drink anything else.
Yeah.
Have you had the Muggles breakfast?
I've never had the breakfast.
Mughals, yeah, like
Muggles, yeah.
Yeah, do you know, I was supposed to go there when I first came there. I went to Sweet Centre, and then someone in there told me to go to there. I just never.
Muggles breakfast is nice.
I've never been.
That nice. Do you know what? There's another shop I might have to take you.
What about that for Sedi then?
That's a bit heavy for Sedi. I don't want to do parathe.
No parathe and chutney.
It's gonna club my eyes up, bro. You're alright. Your organs are working. You know what I mean? Our organs are like crawling and shit. You know what I mean?
What were we thinking for Sedi in that? I'm thinking about. I don't know why I made us converted.
Well, we went to Fat Boys for Iftari last year. I think as a suggestion, Ibi's
great food, but I've been to
Ibi's diner. He has a variety of different options.
Oh yeah, Ibi's for Sedi, yeah.
He does like a sahur special or a biker special, and then you get like chicken steak with cheese on top of it, grilled. You get like a couple of sausages, mashed potato, hash browns, beans. There's a lot of stuff.
Where would you go for breakfast on a normal day?
Do you know I really like it?
I go to a place he doesn't like.
No, you don't like it. You know a place I like, which I know you don't like.
Pearls.
I really like Pearls, man.
I really like Pearls.
It's not about me not liking it. I'll tell you something.
They had the pianist going on, and it was like, it was nice, man. Like good food.
Have you had their French toast?
Sorry?
Have you had their French toast?
Yeah, lovely.
Is it better than Alam's?
Do you know, it's been a while, but from memory, I'd say Alam's is better. But from memory, I need to go back to
Pearls, look, I'll tell you now, when I went down, that was one of my first reviews after Sakib Kebab House, I think, where I didn't get a lot of stick for it, but the workers and like the family members came at me, and I'm like, look, I'm giving you an honest opinion. The place itself, banging.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. The staff were friendly. The only problem was the food.
What did you get? You got egg hollandaise?
Yeah.
I think.
But the crumpet itself,
Warburton's
the muffin, it was not crumpet. The muffin was rock solid, and people are like, why are you eating it? I've paid for it. It's food. I don't like wasting food. That's why I ate it.
So you look at it as
second thing is
people do something bad.
Second thing is
wasting is worse.
An English guy came out, and Caucasian, should I say? No.
What, like a waiter?
Yeah, and he's asking what drinks would we like. I go, look, I want tea, but is your tea made fresh? He's like, yeah. When that tea came out, and the reason I was disappointed was because now there'll be probably some lady watching this, and I'm not saying this.
They're never going to do
no.
kind of place.
But listen, they brought the tea out. It was dudpatti, but it was the one. Like when you go like car boot sale on a long trip, and you have it in a thermos, and after so long, you can tell that taste. So that's what it tasted like to me. And one of my friends, Shuhaib, he comments on your stuff a lot as well. He's got like a pizza profile picture. You'll remember this next time he comments. He loves his tea, and he didn't even like it. So what happened was, and the thing is, if it's like a £10-12 breakfast, you're not too bothered.
Stomach.
What's that sound?
Outside is the builders. If it was a £10-12 breakfast, I wouldn't.
The whole time it's just been like, do you want to do?
It's not my problem.
It's
Your
cold
legs
in
like
here,
double mine.
You know what? I'm just getting proper comfy out here. I need to let's have some decorum and parliamentary procedure out here.
So if it was a £10-12 breakfast, I wouldn't complain. I'd be like, okay, I got billed about £30-35.
Do you know what? I think you had a bad experience. Go again.
No, but listen, you know the sickest thing is, there was a table next to us. It was a mum and a daughter. Now I'm not saying this for brownie points, and I don't really care what anyone says. It was the little girl's birthday. They ate half the food and they didn't look like they enjoyed it. And I knew they're gonna get tea card as well because they ordered similar food to us. So when I went to the counter, now this is not me saying it for brownie points, I don't really care. I just said to the girl, how much is their bill? It was similar price to mine. I just paid it and I walked out. I jumped in the car. I thought, you know what, it's a birthday. It doesn't look like they really enjoyed it because you can tell from someone's reaction.
Yeah.
And I thought I don't have to mess a birthday up and a mum's gonna, because it was just a mother and a daughter. I don't like, look, so I paid for it, gone in the car. I've sat in the car and they've come out trying to look for us. So obviously we've kind of hid. They've gone now and we've gone about our business. So there's no disrespect to the place or the business, but at the end of the day, when I went down, the food that I got served wasn't to the levels that...
Sorry bro, I'm not being rude. I just realised it's 4:30 and I need to publish a video, but we keep going.
No problem, okay.
You publish it? Okay, let's play a game.
Guest.
Unpopular opinions, food places, what's not nice, but a lot of people think is nice.
Line them up.
So for me personally, when it comes to breakfast, I'll go anywhere as long as the food is nice. At the end of the day, wherever you go, you're spending your hard-earned money. Look, if you're a drug dealer, if you're a person who gets easy money, even though it's seen as hard work, you get me, you'll go spend and splash that money anywhere. But when you work hard for your money, you want to enjoy the food. I normally go smorgasbord. One thing I will say, and I've said it since day one, I've even said it in my review, that they are a bit skimpy on their portions.
Smorgasbord, they gave me the tiniest portion I had in my whole life, you know. They literally, it was really bad. Like, even, look, I'm not a massive fan of mushrooms, but obviously other people are. So if you're paying for a dish that has mushrooms, with plural, you get mushrooms. They gave me one mushroom, which they sliced up, and I was like, there's literally 4 little slices of mushroom.
Yeah.
It was expensive. It was 1 slice of toast. In fact, in my video, watch the video. I don't know how they've achieved this, because I thought they would toast the bread in a toaster. They must grill it, because one half is toasted, the other half is white.
Yeah.
So I was like, you forgot to flip the bread. It was bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, and they were nice. It's hard when to give a review like that. And I even said in the video, they're really nice people.
Their salsa's nice.
Do you know what? I love the salsa.
Yeah, that's the best bit about
They gave me
their
this
breakfast.
much. I'm like,
Yeah.
I've got 1 slice of toast and I still don't have enough.
Yeah.
Like, that's not good enough.
I'm not sticking up for them because I've even said it myself. The prices, they are a bit like, look, I went the other day, I got 2 breakfasts and 2 orange juices, and they came to like £25 with extra egg and like toast as well. I believe, you know, when you get a breakfast, irrelevant of what place it is.
Sorry. Can you guys hear that? That's Beardus. The intro is the best sound. Wow! I associate that sound with Beardus. Every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Oh shit.
So, look, wherever you go, I believe a breakfast should always have at least 2 eggs and 2 pieces of toast in it. I don't know if that's me being greedy or
No,
how
it should
it
do.
is.
These days, places do 1 slice of toast. That kills me. That does.
Yeah, like what are you supposed to eat the rest of the breakfast with?
It makes no sense. You need some carbs up in there.
Yeah.
You need 2 slices of bread, like, and you have to. But then, and you get another slice of bread. It's £1.50.
Because what I usually do, once I finish my breakfast, whatever bread's left over, I actually clean the plate with it, the sauces and everything.
With all the baked beans and whatnot, like one of these and that, like.
But I don't care what people, because a lot of people will be looking at me like, what is he doing? And I'm not doing anything disgusting. It's just I appreciate what's in front of me.
Food. That's a good thing. You should respect the food you have and finish it.
I make a sandwich and then I wipe up all the beans.
Yeah, that's too far. I said respect it. I didn't say that's too far.
That's fire, bro.
What a sandwich?
You're doing like man versus food. You might as well start breaking the plate in half and eating it.
You get the whole breakfast.
Not the whole breakfast.
You put it all in the thing.
Certain items.
Not even certain items. So let's say I'm having a breakfast at home and I've got like 4 toasts. Yeah,
How
which is
many?
reasonable.
4.
Wow.
Bloody hell, House.
What the fuck do you mean? 4 toasts is fine.
We're not running out of bread. Like, just have a couple. Have some
4 toasts, 2 eggs, some beans, and maybe like I don't know
sausages,
if we've got some turkey rashers, yeah. So
Is that what you share with you and your missus? Is that just you? Like?
my missus has a
You know what
carbon
you do?
copy of that.
You should just get a whole loaf of bread, slide it.
Your wife has 4 toasts. What the hell? He goes, carbon copy? I'm like, you've grown, your wife is the same, bro. What's going on here?
My wife
can eat
that,
that,
can't be
that
having
was
four
one of the
course.
terms of our marriage. Like, can
She
you
has
eat?
4 slab, but you eat 2 of them, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, she's gonna eat.
In terms of our
No, but
marriage,
she eats,
you can't die of
like,
starvation.
Like how some women will just eat. It's like she's like full on like.
Listen,
And I love that. I
Guess-
love
I
that.
have to say that. You're like,
Listen.
yeah, she's like,
No, but I do.
I like it.
I do.
guess who's sleeping on the sofa on
Hey, trust
Friday?
me.
I would not be attracted to a woman.
Guys, in the
who
next podcast,
has-
if he's walked into a door, you know why. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know why. You know why.
if a woman is a fussy eater, I can't deal with it. Even if a fucking guy is a fussy eater, it actually does my head in.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can't you eat bones?
Name something you don't like, which is like a common ingredient. So for me, tomatoes. If it's like raw, I don't like tomatoes.
I don't have raw tomatoes either.
You can't pick my answer. That's
So
just
you're
copying.
fussy.
I do not like aubergine.
Really?
Aubergines are bad.
Cooked or anything?
Anything. I just
I love them. When I was younger, I hated aubergine. I love them now.
like. Do you know you lot in
Barta,
that? You lot in that subzi
Barta.
kind of.
We call it bacon.
No, bangan is when
Aubergine.
you cook it yourself.
No,
But-
we call the whole plant bacon.
Yeah, we call it bangan as well.
So what you say?
Barta is what you basically, you get the aubergine, you chuck it on the cooker, you burn it, you peel it, and then the insides, like the way the Turkish do, you
char
mash it
it in
up.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's called bangan na barta or barta.
I've never had it like that.
Ask your mom.
I've had it in like Turkey.
You probably have had it. Trust me, I had it that day when I made that video. Like you and I go,
Yeah.
this is from
Yeah.
Heyman. Yeah, that's
You guys are in the subzi area, didn't it? I bet when you guys were growing up, you had a lot of like subzi dishes. innit?
Loads,
Am I-
yeah.
yeah.
It was
Not only
cheaper.
some- it
in
was-
the old days.
look,
we just
yeah.
couldn't afford meat, to be honest. with you.
Yeah,
Loads
no,
of it.
that's why.
Dal,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It was a lot cheaper.
But now, alhamdulillah, look, like we're blessed. We can afford to have meats and stuff like that because it's hard for some people.
We have too much meat now, to be fair.
It's
Yeah.
not-
Me- myself included.
It's
we
not-
have way too much.
It's
meat.
not just the money aspect of it, which it is for a lot of people, even for us. You know, it was a point where you do stuff like that. The thing is, our elders, it wasn't just about money. You know, when it comes to eating subzi-based dishes, it's good for you because too much meat, like you said, it's overkill. And we're blessed in a way where we can go out and eat and get paid for it.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people will go out, pay for the food, and that's about it. Where we go out, we do pay for the food, but then we're blessed in a way where people are actually paying us to come help improve their businesses.
Do you ever find that sometimes you have to catch yourself a little bit and tell yourself to appreciate what you've been given because you eat out so much? It's kind of natural to at some point get desensitized. Like, you eat out all the time, eating great food. A lot of the times it's free because, you know, you go out to a restaurant, even as a normal customer, they'll put stuff on the table for you because they recognize you. Do you ever have to catch yourself and go, you're starting to not appreciate what you've been given? You need to just sit down and appreciate
For
what you
me,
have.
the thing is, I can't speak for anyone else, but for me, you can ask any of my friends, even him. Wherever I go, if someone gives something free or something on the house, I'll always try to say no, not because I'm
No,
not.
I mean,
but
I mean
I'm
that
not.
internally,
Like,
like
I
No,
get
no,
what you're saying.
I'm getting
for
to
me,
that.
I've gotten used to just eating out all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I catch myself and I go, do you know how lucky I am to go on my phone onto Uber Eats, just eat anything that I want? I'm so desensitized to eating out, and you have to
So I'll
remind
tell you
yourself.
how you take that a bit further, and what I'm grateful for is sometimes to turn on the tap on for water to come out. Like that in itself, and to have a roof over your head, to have central heating, that are things that we take for granted. I get what you're saying as well.
We do, yeah.
I get what you're saying as well because I think I do take that for granted because we eat out
And
like
you know, for us, because
mad.
it's our job, we eat all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, you're getting sponsored work, you're doing this, you're doing that. So it's like you end up eating out so often that you have to remind yourself. For a lot of people, eating out's a treat.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
special. You do
It's-
once a week,
it's-
once 2 weeks, once however often you can afford
It's
it.
a
whatever.
luxury for a lot of
It's
people.
it's a luxury. So then,
And-
like I was sitting there, I don't remember where I was now. And I remember sitting there, and there was like 3 dishes in front of me, and there was like a steak, and there was something else, and I was like, that is such a like an amazing thing to be able to have.
Yeah.
You have to show gratitude, man. Like,
Yeah,
because a lot of people can't do that.
always.
And I remember when I was younger, I couldn't. I remember when I moved to Manchester. I remember the first week I had £2.50 for my weekly shop, and I used to go to like Aldi and stuff, and they used to do 9p biscuits. Yeah, so the whole pack was 9p, and I'd have one biscuit every day to treat myself at the end of the day because I wanted something sweet. Oops. So I would actually remember doing that, where it was like one biscuit a day was my treat. So I got a whole week's worth of food for £2.50, and now it's like the opposite. I can eat wherever I want. So, but sometimes you have to just remind yourself where you've come from and then where you are.
No, I have them thoughts every day. What it is that it's not about appreciating. I think like what you're trying to say is that you get sucked up into the game and the sauce, and while you're going on the journey. This is what I was trying to say earlier when you say we're going boom, boom, boom. A lot of people, like for me personally,
10 years to get to the
no,
point.
it's not about 10 years. We're having a good conversation, man, and we're not constructed like Joe Rogan and this. And I don't want to be like that.
I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just saying in it like.
I'll tell you. Look, when it comes to YouTube, the reason I haven't pushed it, it's not about money. People turn it into a lifestyle. If you look at KSI, if you look at FoodieTube and all these other guys, you can do it. I'm carrying on with the podcast. The thing is, obviously, this guy's hungry and he doesn't know what else to do. So
I'm not hungry.
Trouble in
you're not hungry,
I'm
bro.
chilling.
Your belly's rumbled about 10 times, bro. You get me? I can hear your belly louder than them bloody megaphones on top of the bus with the guys. You know when he's doing the azan for the call of prayer, I can hear your belly louder than that, bro. You get me? He's like Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Your belly like feed me more, feed me more. He's like an RS6, bro.
The belly's going for itself because of food.
What I'm saying is that look, everyone's lifestyle experiences are different, and this is what I was trying to say earlier about YouTube and social media, is that a lot of people not turn it into a job. Whichever way you look at it, they've turned it into a lifestyle, and it's a routine. Like look, you didn't like gym or whatever, but you got into it now, it's part of your routine. YouTube becomes your lifestyle and your routine. And you know, if you're doing it to a certain extent and you're content with that, that's good. But then if you want to grow, you grow. But the thing is, that engulfs you then, and you absorb it in such a way where you get so encompassed into it that it's next level. Like look at people like KSI, FoodieTube, they can't switch their phones off or come.
YouTube's absorbing more than any other platform. YouTube takes over your whole life.
Yeah.
Because it becomes like a proper full-time job quicker.
But it's more than a full-time job though.
100%.
Because you're literally you're looking at the next video. What can I do? Is it clickbait? Am I having to do this to get views? And the thing is, it's not that you're trying to sell your soul. The thing is, you see, you know, when you start seeing proper coin, I'm not on about a couple of £100 or £1,000 per month. When you start seeing 10, 15, 20, 50 grand a month, £1 million a month, then you'll be like, yo, what can I do to get more? Because the thing is, we're never happy. We want to target, like, look, me, I said if I can make £1,000 a month of YouTube, I'll be happy. But then once I start doing that, no, I want 5, I want 10. The thing is, we always want more. When are you going to be happy?
I'm going to go to Dubai and I'm going to chill, mate. That's what I'm going to do.
Take my camera.
Forget that.
I'm in Dubai.
Microphone out this window.
Do what I need to do.
Then in 5 years, if the expiry date kicks in and we're not fortunate, because you have to understand, this is not about playing a race card. It's the reality and the truth. We are a minority within this country, but even within our own communities, look, the amount of support that I get is unreal. The amount of support you get, the amount of support you get. But then there's a lot of people within our own communities who don't support us. But then if you look at people, and this is not hate, it's just the reality and the truth of it, who are doing similar jobs like us, who are maybe not as good or maybe whatever it is, but their own people actually do support.
It's objectively harder for Arpnir to grow on social media.
100%.
I've worked with so many agencies, and there's a massive not deficiency, like a shortage in the market of male Arpner influencers. That's just an objective fact at this point. People do not support male Arpner influencers. That's why in a lot of our agencies, they're actively looking for those people, because there are not many of them, because it's very hard to grow. That is the way that it is. Whereas other like demographics or whatnot, they're fine. Like the people support them, they're chilling.
They just don't have that thing where you love to see people win. Like we support each other next week, like how you supported me without even knowing who I was. Do you get what I mean? Like you were just like, oh bro, come here bro, and I was like, it's the can you find my bro? So I was like, sat next to him and he sat with me, and then he was talking to me, and I was like, yo man, this is actually a really good guy. And then fast forward like 1.5, 2 years now, I know what type of person he is and how you don't find them people, man. It's so hard to find people out. And then even with yourself, meeting you, we only met like a handful of times, but some people will stick with the same boys for so long and be like, oh, these are my ride or dies and these guys are amazing, and they're so toxic for themselves. But they don't realise that just because you've known someone for so long doesn't mean that they're actually good for you and they're actually a good
they're
person.
Just within your proximity, bro. When you grow up, it's like, you know, we're talking about going to different countries, different cultures, and growing as a person, expanding your mind. Same with friends. If you stay with the people, look, if you do the same thing you've always done, you'll get the same thing you've always gone. It's just a fact. So if you stay with the same people for the rest of your life, you could have good friends, but you need to expand your network. Meet different people, get different perspectives. For example, I could have carried on doing my thing. never met you guys, right? But now that we've met through social media, mate, we're both growing, we're expanding, we've made friends and brothers for life, we're in business. It's like, it's helped me out to do that.
No, of course.
So to just stay like this in your own little unit, that's folly, man.
No, it's good to have your own friend. Like, I've got my core group, like my 4 or 5 good friends, but then at the same time, you're right, man. You need to sometimes just get out there and meet people.
Yeah, because those friends might not be your business partners. They might be people that you love. They're like brothers.
I'd kill them guys if I were business partners.
Yeah, it's like you might love them like brothers. Like, I'm really close to my brother, he's my best friend. But I still need to have other people in my life that do different things. Like, we work together, we hang out. And you need to expand your network. If you stay in like this little network your whole life, you're just going to stay in that position forever.
What's the embarrassing thing you can tell us about Taz growing up?
Taz. Do you know what? There's so many, but my mum's going to watch this. I don't want to get slapped on when I get home. There's a lot. Off camera, there's a lot coming, man. You know, if you ever get internet beef, so many things are getting dropped. Like, so many things are getting dropped.
You guys are you're older out here?
Yeah, I'm 5 years older,
5 years older? So he's 5 years
Hold on,
older.
do I look young or do you look old? Be careful.
He's got the George Clooney effect in it.
Yeah.
The R plus George Clooney, George Carney.
I thought you were like a year or two different.
Yeah, no, I'm 35, he's 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's very mature though for his age.
You know, he always has been. He's always been mature. Even when we were really young, he was always a mature one.
But you are as well, in certain aspects. Sometimes you...
Yeah, I'm a proper kid. Off camera, I'm a proper kid. But generally, it's like... Because I've got such a corporate background, I always default to that. So on camera, I always fall into that.
Yeah.
But I'm also...
He's very, very professional.
Who, Ale?
Yeah. Next level professional.
Did you see him at the Coventry Road? He was like, it's fire! It's fire!
That was right.
Do you know what?
Honestly,
I like that video.
It's good, right?
It was random though. It shows.
That's what I like. It was so chaotic, man. We're just having fun. All the brothers are there. I brought myself a bargain. I got 2 pillows for £7. Bro, I had such a good time, man.
Yeah.
The vibes were lit.
That Mazemman was next level. I got the cheese one.
I've actually been dreaming about that since I had it.
Fizza got 5 made to take home to give to her family.
No way.
Yeah, she was like, why not?
She's smart.
But it's smart there because you can just warm that up on the fry corner.
DJ Khaled.
Boom.
Another one.
Trust me.
I might go give Fizza a tenner and say, can I have one, please?
Oh, they're so good, man. Actually, you know, I prefer your one, the cheese one.
Yeah, the reason I didn't get the meat ones was because I thought, look, Sadi's approaching, we're going to have a long drive back to Bradford, and I don't want to get something where usually, like, look, the other day, one of my friends gave me some food for iftari because his niece is going to start selling it from home. Okay. Homemade samosas, and they were next level. Like, genuinely, they were next level. They're similar to, like, the Raja samosas, but they got much more meat filling in it, and the meat is really, it's got a nice spicy kick to it as well. It's
you ever have the Raja cheesy ones? Cheesy meat?
No, but there's 2 Rajas, so this is where we have to differentiate from the Rajas on Great Horton Road. Their samosas are nice. The original Rajas, the blue and red one, in my opinion, they've fallen off so hard in so many ways because they're the ones who originally started.
Which is the one with the Zinger burger that I like?
That's the BD7 one. That's like really so their samosas are nice, and it's a similar concept. The only thing is the filling. Like now, when I go to certain supermarkets and get the frozen, when I get the frozen samosas, the original Raj is the blue and red ones.
Yeah.
The filling has no taste to it. And it's sad to see that because they at one point was smashing it differently. They had franchises up and down the country.
Tale, bro. So make a name, then you make cutbacks because you think people think they're too big for like the customers to just switch. Bro, even the biggest company, look, this is an iPhone. They're one of the biggest companies in the world. You know, if they release a crap phone, I'll just go to Samsung. Like, no loyalty, because why should I? You're there to do a service. Companies like, in this case, we're talking about Rajas, right? It's so common for them to make a product, it's amazing, they get a massive fan base, but then they go, do you know what? They'll stay. Let's cut back on some of the stuff, save a bit of money. Yeah. They're going to stay, we've got a loyal base anyway, and then people just leave.
So that's the original Rajas. Now, for us, we're paying customers and we want good quality products. So the original one for me personally is fallen off. The BD7 one, the samosas are decent, yeah. But now this guy's giving me the samosas. They were really, really nice. But the problem is he gave me some kebabs which were really, really nice as well. But the thing with kebabs is, you know, gives you kind of a little bit of heartburn. You get a lot of burps and stuff like that. That's the reason why when I went to that stall on Coventry Road, I got the cheese one. I thought, you know what, look, we're going to have a long drive back. We're going to probably make it back about half one. Then have a sedi. I don't want to be having something where I'm going to get heartburn. That's the reason why I got the cheese one. The chicken and keema meat one, obviously you guys had it.
It was good, but the cheese was better.
Yeah. So that's the reason I got the cheese one. It was nice. you know, and it wasn't like overpowering.
That is the longest detour to get to. I got cheese because it's lighter. That was.
I have to deal with this.
No, but this is the whole. This
Keema's heavy, cheese is lighter. I got cheese.
Guys, just tell me one thing.
I thought that was going to be a philosophical point. I thought saying Deep was going to change my life. My guy just went. So basically, the reason I told you about the economies of scale of Rajas and all that kind of stuff because cheese is lighter than meat.
No, but I like to do this because when I give analogies and examples, these guys sat there. You tell me which podcast you know out there. Now, this is not me being big-headed, yeah, but I'm proud of the work that I do with you guys as well.
Go in, bro.
2.5, 3 hours. Which podcast do you know where you see numbers? And this is why I've been saying to you from the start. We've only got a couple of thousand followers. We only get a couple of thousand of views, but our watch time hours are high, bro. You know that. And the reason is because we're engaging. If I'm gonna see and say
this is one of the fastest growing podcasts I've seen. If you do it more often, you will grow so fast.
I want to do 2 a week eventually.
I am Bro, can you sponsor us? Because we need to get out the ghetto. We need funds to get cameramen and people.
Add ads to our video now, so you're gonna see an ad now.
We monetize that here, baby. Welcome back.
Ka-ching.
Welcome back, baby.
Do you remember that TV program called Ka-ching on BBC?
Ka-ching. No, I don't know that one.
Oh my god! Wow.
I remember Art Attack.
It was Ka-ching.
Art Attack
It was this
great.
guy. I can't remember his name. He had like dreads, and he'd always do things to get rich, but he'd always fail.
Do you remember the Queen's Nose?
Yeah.
Bang on.
Rub it 3 times.
What about Bernard's watch?
Yeah. I bought one fake one from.
I'll give you one. Okay, no one remembers this. It's called Round the Twist. Who remembers Round the Twist?
No idea.
It's the craziest show. It's Australian, and every episode is like an anthology. Think of Black Mirror, but for kids, right?
Okay.
And mad, like they would not publish it today.
Serious.
So every episode is different. Like one episode, there was this. I'm trying to say, I don't know if I can be PG, but it's a kids show.
Yeah.
But one episode, just completely random stuff would happen. Like, there's one episode where the guy realised that he could pee on top of over his house. Okay. So the whole video was him trying to pee over his house. Like, because he gained that ability.
Yeah,
but another episode, it would be that they all lost their memory and they think they're like sharks or something. It's completely
What's
wacky.
it called?
Round the Twist.
Right.
I'll sing it to you. Have you ever felt like this? When strange things happening, are you going round the twist? People will know that.
I feel like
in the
I've heard
comments,
that.
someone's going to know that because that's going to unlock a memory in your mind palace. 100%.
We're clipping that. So tell you what I watched yesterday for the first time that I've never watched. I actually haven't finished yet. I've got 10 minutes left. Forrest Gump.
Good film, man.
But do you not think that's a 12? I watched that, bro, and if I was 12 years old, I'd think that was slightly inappropriate.
I'd be traumatized, yeah.
It was very inappropriate, and I was thinking, yo.
Because you know, those in the old days, a lot of the ratings were like that. I forget which film it was. I always forget. There's a specific film that made the ratings come in, and basically, things people were a lot more lenient back then.
Yeah.
With certain things, right? But then now you put on like MTV or any music channel, and they're not lenient at all. You know, so it kind of depends. But movies used to have some crazy stuff in them, like TV shows. Like, do you know the ending of Tom and Jerry?
No.
They both... Okay, I think Tom wants to get married to someone, realises she doesn't love him, so he goes to a train, brings Jerry, and they both kill themselves by letting a train hit them. That's the last ever episode.
Serious?
Yeah, that's how it ends, yeah. Bro, they are insane.
Morbid.
That is crazy for a kid's show.
That's morbid.
That's how it ends, yeah.
But then there's all these subliminal messages that are in like Disney films and stuff as well.
Crazy, yeah.
It's mad how... And it goes back to what you were saying in the car, remember, about the test... where they played the bell and then the dog salivates.
I always forget the name of that test, but
it's all subliminal. We don't see what it's doing until 10 years later when it affects us. Do you get what I mean? And we'll question ourselves and be like, why is that? Why do we have all these problems? But it's sad, man.
We do that though indirectly. When we make our food videos, the shots that we take, people don't just go out based on our recommendations and how honest we are. It's the way we film our shots.
But they're not subliminal because they're very explicit.
No, I know.
It's not behind the scenes.
But he's
no, but you know what I mean. It's
like,
not.
Yeah, that's like one little clip with the burger.
No, it's like Aladdin.
Yeah, just one frame.
It's like Aladdin. He's like Aladdin. Do you remember the Princess Jasmine? She used to.
I think every guy my age remembers Princess Jasmine, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, she was half naked, bro. And in that time,
my mom's watching this, so I don't know what you're on about. But we all remember.
I didn't watch no half naked.
Do you know what I mean? I was watching for the.
Yeah, you're a different generation, innit? You're Teletubbies and Tweenies, you know?
Why was
Yeah.
Teletubbies and Tweenies not?
It's not about not being good. Nah, man.
I was like 15 when Teletubbies came out. What? Like,
Bro.
I'm 35, bro. That's 20 years ago. You're a different generation.
Yeah,
I'm
listen.
26. I'm not that old.
We used to brum.
Yeah, but then again, I'm a lot older than you too.
Brum's that yellow card in
No,
it.
you're not.
30, right? You're 30.
No. I'm close.
Are you close?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's close to you, man.
I'm very, very close.
That's right. I feel so old now. That's alright. Cool.
You look younger anyway.
I can't
so
let
it's
my
alright.
child
No, so listen, bro. Do you remember Demon Headmaster?
Oh, of course. No one remembers that show.
I remember
I
it.
googled him to see
Look
if he's,
into my eyes.
Yeah.
There was another one. They
remember
used to have
Demon
this. Was it called Goosebumps? The books.
Goosebumps by R.L. Stein.
And they used to have like the TV show where they sit around the fire.
Yeah. No. Sit around the fires. Are you afraid of the dark?
That's it.
I got you.
Look, see. So the thing is, when we were growing up, we had a lot of good stuff, and not just Afraid of the Dark. What was the other one? The guy used to.
Tales of the Crypt.
No, he used to paint and draw. Red guy. He used to paint and draw.
Like
art. Yeah. Art tag.
You said that art tag about 10 minutes ago.
Do you remember the one where he used to do art tag, but he'd make like a massive
thing?
So it'd take ages, the camera was so
and you'll just
pan
see
out.
him putting like pencils down.
Someone ruined my life the other day, or the other year, whatever, because they told me that actually he has a whole team that helped him. He doesn't actually construct theirs.
Oh yeah. Well, I could have figured that out.
Yeah,
as well,
but
yeah.
As a
It is
kid, you know.
heartbreaking.
Well,
As a kid, you
thank
don't
you for
figure that
talking
out.
down to 8-year-old me. He didn't know. I was like, wow, he does that one himself in a minute as well. He must have superpowers. Probably was a whole team that does it.
It's a lot of good editing as well. Smooth transitions. Yeah.
These guys, man. I wonder what he's doing now.
There's a new guy that's taken over.
There was another guy who.
What attack?
Yeah. So there's another guy who took over. And then
Is the head still there? Do you
One of
remember
them
the
guys
head?
passed
so,
away.
yeah.
The head.
That clay one?
Yeah,
The clay one.
Yeah, I thought that. Has he passed away? Hasn't
The guy with the blonde hair. I think his partner.
No. He was from Smart. He passed away.
Yeah.
That happened. That was years ago. That was when I was young, bro. That was a long time ago.
Crazy, man. Do you remember Hey Arthur? No, Hey Arnold and Arthur.
Hey Arnold, yeah.
Hey Arthur.
Arthur's a separate show, yeah.
Yeah, no, Hey Arnold and Arthur. I used to like Arthur. Used to watch that in the morning before I used to go to school. Tasmanian Devil, do you remember that?
Yeah, we used to call Taz.
Tasmanian.
That's what we used to call Taz. Tasmanian Devil.
It's come out now, look, it's
He was
coming out.
proper naughty when he was young. He was
Yeah.
really naughty, really bad.
He seems it.
Really,
Seems like he's got a bit of a
always in trouble, always in trouble with school, always getting expelled, he's always really
No,
remember
not
Colin-
expelled.
he's always in trouble, yeah.
Serious?
Yeah.
Don't look like it.
No, because I probably whipped him into shape as he got older, because we're so close. We used to talk a lot, and I just whipped him into shape, man. Like, it's not good, your life is... Because at one point, he was doing something which I didn't like, and I was like, he was working in a place I didn't like. I was like, your trajectory is going this way, you're not going to like your life. He was like 17, and I remember, he still references it now. I called him, I think he cried over the phone, I called him, and I was so disappointed in him. That day, I said to him, look, you can do either leave what you're doing now, work properly, or you can go do an access to learning course and join uni. They're your options.
Yeah.
You got to tomorrow to pick, and he picked uni, so then he did that, and now he's smashing, he's very successful.
Course.
You know.
So, we're going to dive into you a bit more now. We're diving in. What would you say one of the biggest adversities you faced in your life was? A time where you've kind of thought, do you know what, shit, this is getting a bit harder now. What shall I do?
It's a tough question, you know, because without like getting the violin out, I've had quite a lot of tough stuff.
So I'll tell you why I ask it, because from the outside people see us and we're living this sunshine and rainbow kind of life, but they don't realise there's so much kind of background things that happen that we struggle with on a day-to-day basis, that everybody struggles with as well. And I think it's important to show that we go through struggles as well, so that when the people who are watching are going through struggles as well, they can relate with us, because they won't be able to relate with us because all they see is this happy hi guys thing online. We're not that relatable sometimes.
No, people just see the good, because that's,
Yeah.
to be fair, what we've curated and we choose to show. But you know, me personally, I know what I'm like. I'm like a robot online. So I just do my job, I have fun, I crack on with it. But like the proper stuff that you guys are all privy to, all this stuff anyway, that stuff I never show to anyone. So when they see my socials, people just see me like this all the time, right? They don't really see the other stuff. But I'd say, you know, the last 18 months have probably been the toughest time of my life, to be honest. Honestly, since COVID, I've gone through a lot of like changes in my sort of personal life. which is kind of been all over the internet at this point. People know. So that's probably been a tough time. Because, you know, when... I'll just say it now. So I was married. I'm not anymore. But, you know, when you do get divorced, it's very much like you're dying, because every part of your life that you had before is dead. So your friends that you had, the routine that you had, your partner, where you go to eat, the TV shows you watch, the routine, every part of your life dies and you're just born again. Because then you have to redo everything from scratch. So for me, doing that whole process was the right decision for me. Don't get me wrong, it's the right decision. But that I was going through that. I left my job like a year and a half ago, which was scary. And there's other sort of stuff which I probably won't talk about here because it's involved someone else. And without someone being in the room, it's like, I want those people that, if I'm going to talk about someone, I want them to be in the room so they can defend themselves. If they can't defend themselves, I'm just not going to talk about them. I'm just like that as a person. So all that stuff happened in like one period of time. So it was this last 18 months. If I didn't have you guys or like the community, it would have been a really, really bad time for me, to be honest. But now, alhamdulillah, like I've moved to Birmingham. Even everyone thinks I hate Birmingham, but I don't, because I've moved there. Now things are looking really good.
Do you feel like you're on the back end of that stint now? And,
yeah, the worst is behind me.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I know what I'm like. I shut down, so I just don't talk to people when I'm down. I'm one of those people that I feel like if you're going to talk to someone, you're going to be a burden. And I know there's so many good people in my life that say that's not true. You're never a burden. Like I've spoken to you guys many times. And I know that you don't think I'm a burden, but it's like in your head that if you show someone that vulnerable side of you, they're going to be like, oh, he's down again. So you struggle to show that. That all being said, through this 18 months, now I'm at a stage where I'm happy again. Do you know what I mean? It's taken me a long time. I'm genuinely happy again. Like I went through a point, about a year and a half ago, I was so sad about stuff that was going on, I just stopped eating. Even with my job, I lost in a month, I lost 12 kilos.
Wow.
It's mad that, isn't it? I lost so much weight. So you can imagine, I'm a big boy. So for me to lose that, I really wasn't eating. And I didn't even realise that I was like starving myself because I had no appetite at all. Whereas fast forward now, I've gained all that weight back. And I'm like normal again, I'm eating again. So even now, when I look back at the last 18 months, it actually makes me feel sick. Like I feel a bit like, God, such a tough time. But then I look and I think, well, if I got through that, I can just get through anything.
Yeah. And the thing that's commendable is people who are watching probably never knew that, but you still woke up every day. Hi guys, you're back with Heyman Food Reviews, putting out content. How did you do it?
It kept me going. Honestly, like the channel is what kept me going. At my lowest moment where I didn't think I could carry on, the channel is what kept me alive. I'm not even exaggerating. Like it actually kept me alive, bro. Like if I didn't have my channel, or at least like the community behind the channel, like obviously the people that watch the channel, they support me, they allow me to do what I do, they allow me to follow my dreams, and getting that sort of positive kind of stuff is really nice. But it's the friends that I've made through the channel, like you guys, and the community that I've built, that's what kept me going. If I didn't have that, I don't know where I'd be right now. So for me, it was like, was it hard to make videos when you're so sad? I was so sad, I need to make videos to cheer me up. That's how I thought. It actually cheered me up making those videos. Yeah. Like now, look, it's so hard to be down when firstly you're showing gratitude towards your food, you're getting love every day, you walk outside and people shake your hand. Like if I walk in Bradford, I get so much love you would just believe, because you're with us, so you know, right? So stuff like that, it actually cheered me up. Yeah. Whereas if I didn't make content, I would be so much worse in that sad time of my life, you know. It really got me through those dark times, to be honest, making content.
Wicked. And now obviously we're on the brighter side of things. We've got massive opportunities coming our way. Mashallah, how many subscribers do you have on your YouTube channel now?
Right now I've got 51k.
Wow.
So I'm really happy with that. Last year I started at, I think in January, I was on like 22, 23. So I've doubled that. So the plan now is just to, honestly, if you told me 3 years ago that I'd have 1,000 followers, I would have been like, wow, that's a lot. Imagine 1,000 people in front of you. That's a lot, man. I was like, wow, that's a lot. So now I'm on 51. And for a food review page in the UK, that's good. In my head, I'm done. Like, obviously, I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep aiming, but I've succeeded in what I wanted to do. Yeah. I'm happy with my audience.
You'll find that your numbers, it takes so long to get to that 10k. Like, how long did it take for you to reach 10k?
Ages, like 2 years.
2 years?
It took a while,
but then it went boof to 50k.
In a year, yeah.
But then it's going to go boof again, and then before you know it, it'll just plateau to like...
Yeah. If I ever got 100, I got the silver play button, I'll do a massive video. Like, I'll book out a whole restaurant. I'll get everyone there because that's big. That's big. I would love that. Obviously, if I get it or I don't, what I know is I can control my effort.
Mate, like the way that you're going and the way that you're posting and what we call you, me and him, the machine. Like literally, bro. Like we were at Cove Road where it felt like yesterday, and you've already gone. Like posted the fucking video. Like,
I haven't even mine's still on my phone. I haven't even transferred it to the laptop yet.
We haven't even processed what's happened, and you've already edited.
Bro, for me it's the best. Like, I love it, man. Like, I love getting the video out there. I'm like, yo, I want people to see because man.
Yeah.
The vibes on guys. If you're watching this, spoilers. Go to Coventry Road. Ramadan. Just go between Iftar and Seri. Go. It's the best vibes in the country, man.
It was
Unparalleled.
sick. It was sick. And you know what? Before that, I hated Birmingham. I despised it. I thought the food was terrible. I thought the place was weird. It was big and you can't get around very easily. But after going with you guys, I thought it was fantastic.
It's
Sorry,
wicked.
Paul, what were you going to say?
No. It's like, I know my audience like you guys do. We don't know every single person, but we know through comments you see similar faces, and you can tell what kind of background people come from. Obviously, as long as they got their pictures up, otherwise it's just a username or a fake profile, whatever it is. And I knew that. Look, I've got like Caucasian people following me on Facebook, even on TikTok.
Yeah.
I've got people, even on Instagram.
You get stopped in the street. All sorts.
And I knew I've got a big Asian, Pakistani, Bangladeshi community. You know, like Gujarati people following me. But I never really. It's not that I didn't think of it. It's never crossed my mind because when I see my TikTok videos, I see my YouTube videos, I see my Facebook, Instagram videos. I never really see people who you think that come from like Africa, Somalia, that kind of stuff. I've never really seen them kind of comments from people who would look like that. I don't know if that sounds wrong or right. I'm just trying to say as a simple form.
Your demographic is South Asians.
Yeah.
But now when you went to Coventry Road, you saw.
I got stopped more by Somali people than I did Pakistani people, and I even said to you,
can I just say something to you guys as well? Obviously, you two are kind of in the midst of meeting people. You didn't see half the people that were looking behind you. Like, let's say I'm here like this, yeah? So you're talking to Ale. You didn't see the people that were going this.
Yeah, I'm oblivious to stuff like that. Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you, it was happening every single second. They'll be like, yeah, that's Munchbox, yeah, that's Munchbox. You guys couldn't hear because obviously you guys were doing your videos and stuff like that. Bro, like literally,
we have to, you know, because otherwise we just never make the content. Like, we go to festivals, brother, and inshallah you come to festivals.
From Manchester when we took about 500 pictures.
Bro, crazy. Easy. Like, literally, you had a headache. Do you remember? You had a migraine because of so much activity. Like, you're speaking to so many people, it actually taxes your brain.
Because
it's high
in 6 hours, do you know how many videos I made?
It was
in 6 hours, 4 videos.
Like you made an edited.
I had no.
As in clips.
Film.
Yeah, you couldn't because we couldn't stop
TikTok.
them. If we'd stopped in one place, let's say we were walking, right, and you stop, a queue would form. So we literally would have to like look down and just run because we're there to do a job. We were there by.
I had to go back the second
day. We were asked by the Halfway Festival to
Yeah.
record, so we're there to do a job. We need to do that. So you have to go back the second day.
Yeah.
Because day one you couldn't.
What he was doing, which I appreciate, it was sick. He was running, getting the food, and then hiding in the back.
Because I see in one of it, you're around the back of a trailer, you're both crouched down. You're like, right, so we're gonna try this food. I'm like, what are they doing?
No, you don't
Because
understand.
on one hand, it's like I want to show my people that support me love.
Yeah.
I want to show my people like gratitude, and we do that. Like I said, we took at least hundreds of pictures each, plural, right? But then it's like I need to find time to film because we're there to make content. We're literally getting paid to make content. Like, so I'm like, I'm sponsored to do this. So I was hiding behind cars and like doing like a food review, like, God, make a nice burger. Like, I was eating like that. It was crazy. It was crazy.
The thing with, obviously, look, you have to understand, it's not that it's good or bad. When it comes down to work, he does his thing and he's boom, in and out. Me, I go in, I'm like one of those lale ko kya le, tiko, bismillah, I spend like when your cousins come over and then you be looking at the watch like, what time is this guy gonna go? I'm one of them ones, but I'm old school in it. So when we was at the festival, he's running around and I'm stood there looking like, I'm thinking this guy is making content and I'm stood here. And no disrespect to the people that follow us, I love them all and so does he. But the thing is, obviously, he knows when he's got an objective, I need to do it. I'm stood there in mind thinking, how am I going to film all these videos?
And
people
bro,
that keep coming up to me.
That day, I'd arrived in the UK from, I think it was Pakistan.
Pakistan, it was Pakistan.
I think I got to the UK at 4 a.m. and they were at the festival at 11.
Wow.
So I literally slept for like 2 hours, had a shower, boom, out, and it was mad.
So
was such a good day.
shout out to the food festival guys. They've got 2 events going on. One in Birmingham, 27th, 28th May weekend.
We'll be there, and then we'll be at the Manchester event
as well. That's in August. August. I can't remember the
That was
date.
a bank holiday weekend, August.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you, I don't remember that one.
But the May one in Birmingham, guys. Also a little bit. I don't know if you've got one or not, but if you want a discount, go on to the Halal Food Festival website. It's only active for the Birmingham one at the moment. If you type in Munchbox, you'll get a 10% discount. So £2.50, I think you get off tickets. I'm pretty sure you'll have a code as well.
Yeah, I think my code, I believe, is Heyman. I'll try and put it in your I'll comment. I'll try if I can remember. But they're the best events. They're the best halal food events.
Well, I'll ask you. We'll clip this anyway.
There's no affiliate marketing. We're not making anything off it. All it is I asked the organizer Bilal, like, look, I've got this. I'm sharing it out, and I want to give some back to the people who show me love. So if you book a single ticket, I think it's like 10 quid. But once you put in the Munchbox code, you'll get it for $7.50. And if you get a group one, it works out to be £6.50 a ticket.
It's something like that.
You have to choose 4 tickets in the group booking to activate that code. Basically, and the reason
go support, because firstly it's an amazing event, so just for your own reasons it's a good event. Bilal's a humble brother. It's a halal business. He's smashing it, and he puts on good events, and they get better every time I go. I think this is a great event, and the next one will make it even better.
He was canvassing on
I saw him on Coventry Road, working hard, guys. Grassroots, walking around giving leaflets.
People don't see this stuff.
People just see he runs an event. He's got a big website. He must be raking in. He was there, Coventry Road at midnight. It was freezing, giving out leaflets.
Yeah, bichara, he was.
He's working hard. This is
Yeah.
halal Kamein, man. He's working hard, So go show some support.
And it's not
we'll
easy.
be there anyway. Come say salam.
Next question I was going to ask you now. This is for both of you, actually. Because you guys get this question all the time. But I'm going to ask
What's
you...
my favourite place to eat?
What is your favourite place to eat?
All
in the whole...
I get that every day.
Of the world.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's too...
Okay, I've got...
Because we're going to narrow it down. We're going to come closer, don't
See,
worry.
I have certain
Do we have a couple of options, or is it just one?
No, I'm going to give you a few.
We're going to have a couple of options.
There's a few things that I've eaten that I'll never forget. They're just... I will never forget. So number one was a French toast with key lime pie cream on in Miami. That was... I literally think about it to this day. Sometimes I wake up and I swear I can taste it on my lips. It was so good. Another place I went to was Nobu in Dubai.
So is it worth the hype, Nobu?
It was, oh my god, it was really good. It was just on another level. Like, it was unbelievably good. It was expensive, but it's like a treat. It's like an occasion place. You're not going to go there that often, are you? So like, why not? And I'm going to let you do a couple, and then I'm going to do a couple more, because I'm going to think.
For me, one of the places that stood out is a place in Beşiktaş, a breakfast place. Mark Wiens went to it, and I seen that video last time I went to Turkey when COVID hit in February 2 years ago with my friend. We were supposed to go, but we didn't get the opportunity for whatever reason. This time around, last year, when I went with Choni and my boy Zach in May after Ramzan, I went to that breakfast place. It was next level. It was simple. It was just like a menemé type dish, egg-based dish.
Like spicy eggs.
But this wasn't spicy. This was just like an omelette in a bowl with like cheese. It looked buttery, but it was the cheese.
I love Turkish breakfast.
It was cheese, and then it had braised beef in it.
Okay.
Next level. That video I'm gonna edit it and release it. The problem is, guess what? It's gonna audio. It's gonna audio.
Oh no, it's a voice over it.
So after voice over it.
Have you ever had? It's such a Turkish. Oh, I love Turkish.
And you know what else was bad about the breakfast? They give you now. You have two options. Either have Turkish bread, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and crispy
Fresh
on the outside.
as well, yeah.
But they give you like their version of a donut. It's next level.
Is that not the donut balls?
Not the balls, it's the actual donut.
Okay.
And fried donut. It's proper crispy, and fluffy at the same time. And then you know what you do? You get it in clotted cream and honey. And
I was literally about to say to you. That's what I was going to say. It's such a simple, bro. Cream. Sometimes it's a yogurt with honey. It is just. It's simple, bro. But I think I went. I've been in Istanbul, alhamdulillah, many times, and I went a few months ago. I still think about it. It's such a simple dish. It'll blow you away.
And
I've never had anything like it.
It's next level.
Oh, also, do you know what's mad? Is when I went to Thailand or in Southeast Asia in general, mango sticky rice.
Okay.
It sounds like I had it. The first time I went to Thailand, I had it after like a week because I just didn't want to have it. It just doesn't sound appetizing. Mango and sticky rice. I don't know. It just didn't like wow me at all. Yeah. And then I just saw it on a menu, and I saw it in a street food vendor, and I was like, I'm just going to try it. I'm here. I see it everywhere. One of the best desserts I had in my whole life. So it's literally just fresh mango, some coconut rice, I think sometimes you can get puff
Do they
monkeys.
mash it up or mix it?
No, just next to it, bro. With I think it's some condensed milk or like a milk like concoction. Maybe I think it's condensed milk, evaporated milk, and something else.
Mm-hmm.
It is just out of this world.
Bangladeshis do that, but not with.
Yeah, they do
I
that.
think they do mangoes and banana. Because I've seen a viral video of the short guy. He always dances like this on TikTok. No, it does. He went viral because he was eating, showing like rice with milk in it, bananas, and I think some people and they mash it up and eat, and it's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I now when I have it, now when I go to Thailand or Southeast Asia, I get it every day. Every day. I don't miss a single day.
Every night, Rad Guzni Mara 0.6 every night. Mango, lime, lana, sadia.
Do you know that's one of those memes that it just plays in my head all the time. Every time I go to Nando's or anywhere where there's chicken, I just think of that meme, you know, and I just start laughing to myself. People like sitting in the corner, I'm like, hee.
Right, so let's bring it in a bit more now. So instead of the world, let's talk UK.
Can I just say one more place before we... there's a place called Mazedar Halim, which I recommended to you. It's on Burns Road in Karachi.
I'm going there in May.
Burns Road, Karachi is next level. You know, like you went to Anarkali Food Street.
Yeah. Anarkali, huh?
Yeah, Anarkali. He called it coconut in it. It is a coconut.
I read it on a map and I've never seen it before, so I just read it as Anarkali. Is it Anarkali? But I don't know.
So basically, Burns Road, and this is my genuine, humble opinion, will tear Anarkali Street to shreds bits.
Did they have street food or was it restaurants?
Restaurant and street food, but Burns Road is next level. Daytime I went, it was quiet. When I went at night time, it was next level.
I'm going to go at night. I'm going in May.
Mazedar Halim. I've never had Halim before, and I was saving it to go somewhere where it'll be authentic. So I went there, and like you said, you know.
Same. I've actually never had a Halim before. I've been waiting to go.
Is that Thing Street in Lahore?
The food street.
Anarkali is in Lahore.
No, Burns. It's in Karachi. Burns Road.
Yeah. Because I'm going to Islamabad, 1 day in Peshawar, and then I'm going to go to Karachi for 4 days, and then I'm going to head off somewhere.
Karachi, I will try and get you this guy's number. He's a driver. He was really cheap.
Yeah.
He will take you around everywhere. He quoted me for 8 hours, 3,000 rupees.
Do you know what?
I give him extra.
Yeah. Good.
I booked him out for 5 days, and he was loving it because you have to remember, you were getting paid, but then on top of that, wherever I was going, he would eat everywhere with me because when you're doing food reviews, there's only so much you can eat, and then when I'm banging out 7 videos, street food videos. It's not that the food's a lot, but you don't want to fill yourself up quickly. So I'll share you the food.
Give me his number because I'm going.
He was sick, bro. He took me everywhere.
Because it's so much easier just to hire a driver and just do it.
And he was like 3,000 rupees, which back then was like £12.
That's nothing.
I give him extra. For the day, for 8 hours, 6-8 hours. But I didn't.
No, I know that. But
they were
it's just mad.
Yeah, his flat rate is that's, even now with the economy now in Pakistan, bro.
I got Uber in Lahore from my hotel to this Kuali event. It cost me 500 rupees, which was $250 it cost me £2 for a taxi for like a 5-minute journey.
Bro, even now it's like £1.50. It's even cheaper.
Yeah. So going back to Burns Road, the best bun kebabs, aka ande wale burgers, so the one we had from like Miljun Chai, I've had them throughout Pakistan wherever I went. Peshawar, Jhelum, Mirpur. You can't touch the ones from Karachi. They are next level.
I see the one you did with the bone marrow on that. That looked mad. The closest one I've seen to that is I went to Gabal Durbar in Birmingham. Bro.
Yeah.
They look different. So I'm not saying they're the same, but
guess what the craziest thing is about Karachi? Most of the bun kebabs are not even meat. It's dal tikkis.
Really?
What's dal tikki?
I don't really like dal tikki.
No, listen.
I'm just not a fan of it, bro.
Trust me. When you go, your opinion will change. I was the same. They caught it in
you can tell we're fasting because we're just talking about food.
They caught it in egg whites. They fry it on the tawa. I am, don't worry. And listen, that imli chutney, I'm telling you, it's going to have you salivating, my brother. It's going to be making you do the wee-woo and the Heyman right now.
Keep talking like that, bro.
So they're the 2 spots that stood out for me. But then there was another place that someone recommended on Instagram. They're like, bro, you're in Karachi, you need to go here. The thing is, my advice to you, try get. I know you don't like seafood as in like prawns, but try to get like a lot of fish videos if you can in Karachi as well, because it's a port. They get fresh fish every day, and it's next. I had prawns; they were like this big, bro. They were massive. Because normally when you get prawns, you have obviously the smaller one, and normally when you go like Jimmy Killer prawns, they're decent size. But these were like, I'm not even exaggerating. They were like that. They were meaty, and I got like a seafood boil, which was next level. But biryani. Before we cut you off there, biryani.
Go
No, because I'm telling you, Karachi is next level.
Okay, go on biryani.
And look, I went through Pakistan, and there's so many places that I enjoyed, but Karachi blew my socks off.
Everyone says the best food in Pakistan.
Yeah, same.
Custom say that is the food
I'm doing
country.
my best.
Mate
I do
says,
4
tells
full
me
days
all
there.
the time.
So there's a place that I went to that was called Gosia Nali Biryani.
Okay.
So basically, they give you meat, mutton biryani, and they give you bone marrow with it. And it is next level, bro. You know when you're
talking to a guy who hates biryani, bro.
No, but I'm telling you, if he goes there,
I'll have the sluna chawal.
no, you
What
go
do you
there.
hate about biryani?
Do you know if this? Okay,
Is it the
this, okay.
bits?
This, you know, I've always wanted an audience that I could talk to my hate about biryani because I feel like I'm very misunderstood. So you guys, I have to understand my point of view. So basically, right, you know rice, yeah? Like obviously you boil it and then it's cooked, right? But rice itself doesn't absorb powder-based stuff very well at all, if at all. So you know when you have like biryani, the spice, it's like it's sitting on, you know what it's like?
It's like it clumps in
It's
it.
like peri salt, yeah, on top of rice, man. It just doesn't work. It doesn't absorb properly. We're slowing javan, my
You've been
brother.
having the wrong biryani all your life.
Oh
brother.
my god. I hear that from everyone listening. I've had biryani from everywhere.
No, have you had
They-
it from Karachi? No. Let's.
Pakistan, yeah, but that's like saying,
No.
okay, that's like me saying to you, I've had burgers all over the world, and you go, have you had it from Linsthorpe Road, Middlesbrough? I'm like, that's just a random location. Like, I've had it all over, like, obviously I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know, like,
It's the home of the Palmo, man.
Yeah, but-
Up the butter.
we're back. But like, no, but the point is, yeah, I've had biryani all over the world, and I don't know, there's one place where, do you know what? If you go, do you ever go to Dubai?
I've been twice.
I go
Well,
there,
three
like,
times if you include the
Stopover.
transfer.
yeah, for me, what I
three
do,
times then.
for me, I always use it as a stopover. So
Yeah.
I don't want to spend 6 days in Dubai, but like 2 days, jollo, why not? So there's a place in what's that? Is that Dera? That place where all the Pakistanis.
The fish bazaar.
There's a place called Pakliari, bro. That's a good biryani. That for me, most biryanis get a 1. That gets a solid 3.
What? 10 or 5?
10. Like, which means if you had it, you'd give it a 10 because even I thought.
No.
I think we should do a competition.
What biryani?
I think we should say,
I would
like,
lose that
we'll do a PO box of everybody sending in biryani, and if you actually taste a biryani that you like you should just do something.
I'll do a
for
forfeit. And I'll be honest, if I genuinely like it, because I've got an expressive face, I can't really hide it, I'll do a forfeit.
Listen, the biryani in Karachi, I'm telling you, trust me, and I'm not just saying it like this, because people were saying to me, you know, when you go Karachi, you're going to see this, like wherever you go there, and yeah, certain places in Pakistan did have really good food, but it was just like to one thing. Everything that I had in Karachi, I have not one bad thing to say about it. The reason is because it was next level. I went to a place called Baloch Ice Cream, and they do this crunch ice cream. It's like they've got, you know, like when you boil sugar and then you leave it to cool, and you get like that crunchy,
Yeah.
like that. They've got that in the ice cream, and it's so something so simple, but it's next level.
Like, is it like that Hocus Pocus one from Goodall's?
10 times better.
Yeah.
10 times better than that.
Okay, so next one, UK now.
All my permanent sponsors are the best places in the UK. There we go.
Shout 'em out, please.
Gotta get the peas.
Okay,
Gotta get the peas.
Shall we do it? Why don't you?
No, I genuinely don't know because there's so many good places here. Let's break it down. Okay,
Okay, let's
Five
talk
foods.
about. Let's make
Food,
it
no, do
easier.
foods. Do
One
food.
place
Do it
recently I went-
dishes.
Okay,
Yeah.
What
I'll give
specific
you,
dishes
I'll
have
give
you
you a
had?
restaurant that I'm just in love with at the moment. Like I think about it all the time. Blue Sakura, Leeds.
Yeah.
Bro, Japanese food, but they do all sorts of food. They basically, have you been?
Yeah, of course they have, man.
Oh, so good. So if you guys don't know, it's basically you go in, they give you like an iPad, and you just keep ordering off that iPad, and the food gets made fresh, comes out to you, it's one price. Oh my! If you're new to Japanese food, that's the place to go because you got the sushis and the nigiris and all that. But you got hot food, you got lamb chops, you got skewers, you got curries, you got all sorts. That is the place.
Do you know the guy from there, the general manager, is called Simon? That guy is like the most loveliest guy in the world as well.
He was born and raised on Oak Lane.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he's from Manningham. He's
Yeah.
from Manningham.
Oh, I think I may have spoken to him the first time I went.
You will have done. Always wears the
He
white
came and
shirt.
said hi and everything. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I did the first time.
The
I
guy
really
is
loved
a
that place.
diamond, man, and he keeps his staff in such good check, and that just adds to the experience.
Great
Because look, you finish with a plate, it's gone.
Yeah.
You're done with something, it's gone. Do you need a drink? Boom, water's
They're
in
on
there.
it, they're on
it's,
it.
It's mad. Like you order something and it's there within 5 minutes.
Bro, I had so much meat. I cannot believe the amount of steaks and chop. Oh, I love that place.
Yeah.
At
All
the
I
moment, that's been one
know,
of my favorites.
is that they do like this dynamite roll thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that, innit? I'm sure we had that. No.
You-
You get a hand
you-
roll.
in the
It was a
leaf
hand
you were
roll.
showing me it.
It was like that's seaweed,
Yeah.
and then they put stuff inside.
Listen, next level.
That's lovely. A bit of ASMR going on there, guys. Big crunch. It's the crunch box.
Listen to that crunch. This is a proper weird.
You've never said it like that. Listen to that crunch. The Bradford came out. Listen to that crunch, cozy.
So where else? Blue Sakura is good. I wouldn't say it's the best. I think for
It's a buffet though. That's what you have to understand. It's not.
It's
a
just a
restaurant.
place. No, it's
a
not my
buffet.
best. It's just what
It's
I've
a
been
buffet.
lately. I've just been
Somewhere
feeling it a lot.
yeah,
I've just been
yeah.
feeling it a lot.
to be fair, me too as well.
I went
Because you want
twice in 1
something
week, bro.
different.
So good.
I went twice in 1 week,
Serious?
and I absolutely loved it. The thing is, you have to understand, it's a buffet. Some things are not great in there. Like we got
Yeah.
bao bun, and the
wasn't good.
That much meat inside
terrible,
them.
terrible. Really
This
bad,
is your
really bad,
today.
really bad. But then I'll tell you what I loved. I don't think it's even a restaurant anymore. I don't think it's there in Manchester. There's a place called Manchester House,
Okay.
and they used to do like it's like a posh place, and the chef's a really rich guy, man. He's like a famous chef. He's worth like £300 million or something. He's famous. I think he's.
Someone Martin.
Oh, what? No, that's James that's James Martin, but not him. He's actually close. Not him. It's another guy. If I see him, I know him. Like you'll recognize him.
Gordon Ramsay.
No, yada, no, damn. He's really. No, this guy's really famous. They're like
Like
TV.
Bourdain.
They're like TV famous chef. This guy's like in the culinary world known as like. He's like what other chefs respect. Like he.
What's that guy called? Di Campo. What's not?
Gino Di Campo.
Gino Di Campo. Yada, no, man. These he.
La
went there,
Rafakat.
I don't. What's he gonna make me?
No, but Gordon's certified, man. Gordon's an alright
At
chef.
one point, he had like 13 Michelin star restaurants. He's like,
Yeah.
but this guy, I went there and the meal was expensive. Don't get me wrong. I think for the 14 courses, it was like £400. But it was
How much?
expensive. But it was like the best
Big.
place, man.
So tell you where we need to go. Man Behind the Curtain. Have you heard about Man Behind the Curtain?
Where's that?
It's in Leeds. Do you know where Flannels is? Oh,
I don't know Leeds that well.
Is
I want to go to Kona.
Is it Aloe?
You need to go to Kona.
Shall we go there
Okay,
today?
you were supposed to
Should
go
we-
to Kona.
why don't we-
I actually
why
sorted
don't
out
we
that
today?
table for you for Kona.
Yeah,
Sorry.
long story. Do you want me- you gotta edit it out.
Yeah, don't worry, we can do that.
Yeah.
Why do you want to go Kona today? What day is it?
The person I was going to take just, I didn't want to anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, you're not going now. You didn't respond quick enough. You're not going now.
They're not open today. They're not open today.
Wednesday.
And I'd go because I genuinely think the best food in the country you can get from Kona. I'm not lying.
Let's go to
It's
Kona.
just-
Apparently, there's a place in Birmingham called Opheme. I think
Okay.
it's supposed to be really posh.
Yeah.
Like really good. I want to go there too. But tonight we'll do porterhouse tonight.
Yeah. What I was gonna say now?
What's your favourite home dish? We've done
Lasagna.
dish.
Me, what do you portini dal? What do you call that?
Lobia, kidney beans.
Kidney bean curry.
The red one or white one?
The red one, the
Yeah.
favourite, with white rice, with a little bit extra salt on top, packet of cheese and any crisps on the side. Bang, it can't beat it. Trust me. And listen, you put cheese on your crisps, yeah, with your curry, and then come back and say thank you, and I'll say don't worry about it.
So how do you implement that into your dish? Like,
Imagine
put it
this.
up and put it on
You're
top.
eating-
Oh, it's on the side.
No, you're not side. You don't crunch it. That's barbaric. So basically, you get
Yeah,
with
it's
food.
right though. Yo,
Trust me, you do this, yeah, eat it, and then get a crisp there too. Trust me, the crunch bangs. It's like sandwiches with crisps.
Yeah.
without the bread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
without.
but I put the crisps in the sandwich.
You could
So
do that
grab
too,
the
yeah.
crisp and shove them in the rice.
Yeah, you can do.
But try, honestly, there's nothing like it.
Wow.
What about yourself?
Lasagna.
John, I love good lasagna.
But I like
Have you seen
here?
my ASMR
I like
video?
my lasagna to be burnt.
You see
Also,
my
the cheese is
lasagna?
proper crispy, yeah?
Yeah, and like the outer edges and the bottom kind of corner of the mince is kind of really like.
Do you know what I do
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
With my lasagna, when I make it at home,
Go on.
most people when they get to the top layer, they put a bit of mince and then cheese on top and all that kind of stuff. I actually put extra layer of the pasta sheet at the
Make
top.
it a bit crunchy at the top.
Yeah, I do that. I like the texture, and you know my pasta sheets when I do it, I don't like them soft. I like them to have a bit of chewy texture to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, where does a good lasagna in Bradford?
I don't know, but have you gone to Grove Cafe? And yeah,
They've closed down, bro.
What a shame, because I saw that
The
video.
uncle's
Yeah.
retired. He's retired. It's a
Okay,
shame.
fair enough.
Not good. I go to a place. Pizza Milano. They do a lasagna in a takeout tin foil.
Really?
It's decent for what it is and what you're paying.
Yeah. I want to go there, and I want to go to. Is it Mystic Pizza? Where's that place where you did the pizza? They had like little circles of sauce on it. Was that there?
Mystic Pizza.
It was like a pizza.
Mystic Pizza.
But then you had like, you know, like, so you get tomato sauce or passata sauce or whatever. It had like circle. It looked like it had circles on top.
No, they
of
were
the
chicken
cheese.
pieces.
They weren't, man. No, they weren't. They definitely weren't chicken pieces.
I don't know. I'm hungry.
It looked good, man. Bro, it looked good, man.
So we just go on like a marathon of just bare food.
No,
tonight,
because then what are you going to do at SETI time? You're going to be puking up, bro. You need to
right.
be moderate.
Let's get one restaurant and then a dessert and then wait and then SETI.
Like, look, he did a video, at home showing a couple of pakore. I showed a bowl of shami kebabs and samosas, and next man started attacking me, bro. Why are you eating all this food? I'm like, that food is for like 6 people.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favourite place in the UK?
Ooh, good question. Whoever pays me the most. No, okay.
Want to be the best? Inquire within.
I'm gonna do city to city.
Yeah, break it down. Let's start south and then work our way up.
Okay, in London, I haven't been to many spots, but one of the spots I did go to was a place in Stoke Newington. It was called the Best Kebab House. Their doner meat was really nice. It was thinly sliced, authentic Turkish doner. Obviously, it wasn't done by hand. It was done by an automated doner cutting machine. But really nice doner. It was clean, even though I know that sounds daft for doner because it's supposed to be.
Their rival is Super Kebab, isn't it?
There used to be ex-workers there, and they.
That's what I went to Super Kebab.
And apparently that's better.
I've only been to Super Kebab, but I know like they had one kebab shop, and next door they had their own butchers, and they showed me like the doner they make it there. It's not made from like dodgy parts. They literally, you can see all the lamb shoulder they make it from. It's like proper good quality meat. It was amazing, bro. I had the kabida, it was great. The doner was amazing, but I haven't been to the one that you went to.
The other 2 places that I haven't been to, but I really want to try out, I think they're next door to each other. One's called Bun and Sum. That's owned by a content creator called Bez Eats. I don't know if you've seen his videos.
I've seen him on TikTok. Yeah.
So I think he owns that. He does like halal pastrami. He does a rib burger, smash burger. So when I see them videos, next level. I want to try that out. So when we go to London, hopefully, inshallah.
I think that needs to happen because I've just, like with Birmingham, I said before, I've had bad experience with London.
We need a weekend in
Holy Smokes.
a weekend away.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Holy Smokes I've only actually had at the festivals.
But they're next to
Actually,
Bun and Sum.
I've had it once outside.
And apparently, from not just recommendations, me watching other people's videos of the place, it looks really nice. I haven't done a lot of videos in London, so that's my take on that. I've only done like some Camden Market, a bit of East London. Birmingham for me, Khan's Fish Bar is next level.
Khan's lovely, simple, delicious.
That's what it is. People be like, oh, it's a chippy, this and that, but you have to understand, I don't care. I'm not going to a place to eat the decor. I'm not going there to eat the table and chairs and the Instagrammable flowers. I'm going there for the food, and I've got a picture of me and my friend in lockdown behind Milo Halls in Manchester on Wimby Road, sat on the floor eating food. I don't care what people say, because you know me, I'm not that type of person. I'll go anywhere as long as the food's nice. If it's a rundown place or expensive, I don't care. As long as the food's nice, I'm there. So in Khan's Fish Bar, next level. He took me to a place, Grills.
Grills is lovely. That's a great restaurant. Underrated. They've got such a good menu. One of my permanent sponsors, quick shout out. But honestly,
like me too. I'm like there yet.
Amazing.
Basically,
really well priced too.
Is that in Birmingham?
Yeah, they got one in Ladypool Road and one in Aston. But bro, when I went there, I'm sure the prices are up now because everywhere is. But they used to do a ribeye steak with 2 sides for like 16 quid.
Wow.
And it was genuinely, bro, in a nice restaurant, bro. Like it's proper nice restaurant and tasty. Like genuine. Like, I love my steaks. Really good steak. You can't beat that, man.
One place that was open, but we didn't get to go to because we were rushing around to get back. But we could have gone. They were open till 1 o'clock. Fat Joe's, and I'm not just boosting it because
quality place.
People say it's the best Burma. This that. For me, genuinely, I can go anywhere, and it's not that I'm being biased or anything. That burger, I have next level dreams over it. Like literally, when I went to the food festival in Leicester, I ran to them guys. Why? Not because it's this, that, or they're from the same area as me, but it's nothing to do with that. The fact is, their burger is so much quality to it. You know, it's simple, but the way they do it, they actually smash it. They
nail it.
And the patties, they're nice and small. Like a lot of people, what they do is, which I kind of hate, is when they make a smash burger, they smash the shit out of it, and it gets so thin.
Yeah,
it's just crispy, crispy
and dry. And
yeah. Theirs is crispy, but it's a bit beefy at the same time as well. So they smash it, but not too much. And the thing is, when you're smashing it down, obviously the flavor comes from that crust, but you want to enjoy it. You don't feel like you're eating one of them refresher sweets and you get me? One of them ones. So for me,
You look too comfortable doing that, bro. You know,
I should replay now.
oh, but I'm on about eating a sweet. You lot got you lot got some next level.
Clicked.
So for me, that's perfect.
and that's a wrap.
Oh shit!
When you're fasting, you're supposed to kill all these desires off. You lot are next level.
Why are you miming stuff out? You know what I mean?
Sweets, come on, cuz.
Oh.
Killed it.
So, obviously, alhamdulillah, you've built a massive audience now, and me and you have recently started, and the gang, a new venture. So, do you wanna talk them through?
Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah, so basically, to be honest with you, I've wanted to do something like this for a while because what we do is essentially look. So, all of us really, we're content creators. So we go to restaurants and we give our honest thoughts on food, right? But with that, as you know, I can't even tell you the amount of examples of places where I've consulted, I've helped, I've literally put an entire meal together. I've costed it for them. I told them how to make it. I looked in the kitchen and said, look, this is how you're going to sort of do it so the workflow works for your kitchen staff. So we've all been consulting anyway. And I was like, right now in this country, a lot of these social media management companies, they're people that have no experience. They have worked in unrelated fields. They've never grown their own page. And if you ask them, okay, how many places have you go from say X amount of earnings in a week and now they're on this? Give me 5 examples. They can never give you any. Because honestly, those are charlatans. Those are people that have never done this before. Whereas we've got countless examples of actually helping business. So I was like, why don't we just put all our heads together? Because together we are the best team in this country. There's not a single social media management company like us. So I was thinking, why don't we just take over people's socials, give them consultations, give them literally A to Z on how to improve their business. And obviously, there's lots that we don't obviously need to go in here because I don't want to bore everyone. We know that the amount of things we do behind the scenes. But on a basic level, I guess it's making sure the marketing of a company is absolutely tip-top and they're doing everything they can to stand out in a saturated market. That's kind of like the basics of it, I guess.
No, of course.
What do you reckon?
We're there to complement good people and good businesses. Because unfortunately we see it time and time again. We'll see somewhere that has impeccable food. You go onto their Instagram and you know why they're not getting the reach that they deserve. So we're there to optimize that. We're there to give them the exposure that they deserve and help these businesses grow. And like you guys have been doing it from day dot. The
thing is, you have to understand, like Ali was saying, and it's a good point, is that a lot of these people who run these social media management companies, they work off algorithms, but them algorithms are not organic, they're paid for. So what they do is they take a fee out of what they're getting paid from the company and they'll pay these platforms. Now the thing is, once you pay a platform, they know you're willing to pay, so they'll boost your videos or posts to a certain extent. And the thing is, a lot of these people, like you said, they don't have experience. Like, look, I've said it time and time, I'm not just some guy who eats food and goes around reviews. That's one part of it. I've got experience. I know machinery inside out, how much it costs, what you need to have a successful, like you said, lineup in the business. Now, a lot of people, they cut corners. Like, look, now there's so many different types of conventional pizza ovens out there. Middle by Marshall and Bludgy at one of the, or if not, sorry, 2 of the biggest companies out there who do pizza ovens. Even Pizza Hut use them. You get me? And a lot of people wouldn't know this. And the thing is that, like, I'll mention a business, Mr. T's. I had a little chat with him a couple of months ago and he goes, look, when I interview people to come on to my work, to be part of the staff, I ask them questions about our menu and our food or if they know us. And the thing is, most of the time people just, when they go for a job, they don't really have experience. They're just worried about the wage packet, which is important, but you're never going to grow if you don't increase your knowledge and education around what you're doing. And the thing is, when it comes to social media management, I'll tell you straightforward, I've had that many DMs from all these so-called media management companies.
Every day.
And I've had,
time,
and a lot of them are just people who are just trying to increase their revenue and income by doing other things, which is fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're doing it in a genuine way where you're going to help help yourself,
it's just
but
unethical.
help the business,
Bro, it's people that have never helped businesses, that don't know how to run social media, that have never done anything like this before, but they'll go up to a company who maybe don't know the marketing side of things, maybe don't know what market rates should be, and they'll say, pay us £1,500 a month and we'll do 3 pictures on your Instagram. They'll go in, take 3 pictures on their phone and charge that company £1,500 a month. It's ridiculous. Even now, I can't think of a single company in this entire country that has a team like us. Name one company that has 5 well-established foodies. Not one, not just 5, just 5.
They can't. The reason is because I'm going to be brutally honest about this, because a lot of people are like, oh bro, you're charging is by. It's nothing to do with that. You have to understand something. I understand myself a value. That's why there's a price on it, because I've worked hard to get them followers, and I appreciate every single follower who shows me love. Same with you. But what you have to understand is there's a lot of people out there, and I'm going to say as it is, if it's content creators or if it's businesses or if it's in marketing agencies, they exploit each other, hence why they don't grow. Because a company will contact someone and be like, oh, come down, we'll give you free food. Free food is not going to pay my bills or for petrol in my car. That's the reality. It's the truth of it.
For your value, the amount of companies that you've literally made hundreds of thousands of pounds. A free burger is an insult.
Yeah.
It is. It's like, hey, come here, work for me, travel here, edit for hours, spend all day, make me 20, 30, 40, 50,000 pounds. I'll give you some chips. That's just no.
And I did a video on Mother Hubbards, and they just put a video on the Dukkot Lane TikTok branch, where they've got like countless amount of boxes for the iftar box, and I know
guarantee they made 20 grand that weekend, didn't they?
Easy.
They did.
I'm not going to say anything. No. I know, but I'm not going to say anything.
They did.
That's not my point.
No. Mashallah is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Look, they're killing it. They're doing a good thing. They provide. I love Mother Hubbards. It's not a bad thing. They're making money. We're here to make money.
No, I know.
Business that provides.
But what I'm saying is a lot of people. If it's
you made them that in a weekend, so it makes sense that they would compensate you fairly. Like it's a fraction of what you make them. So come on.
The thing is, look, people are going out. They're not in the field, and when they are in the field, they don't have the expertise, the knowledge, and they're just working off these algorithms that they think they know, but they don't know them because they're paying for them. Whereas we put blood, sweat, and tears to build a core audience.
Half don't even pay. Half just put a picture up, hoping it will do well, gets 3 likes, and they go, "It's £1,000, please." They don't even do that. Half of them don't even do that, bro.
I don't want to bait anyone out, but there's a couple of companies in Manchester who have charged business, and I feel, the reason I'm saying this is because look, these businesses, you have to understand that no matter how big or small they are,
I went to an event which I won't name recently, and the company, which is large, he charged them. It was in the 1,000+ mark. I won't say exactly how much because I don't bait out who it is. And all he did for them, bro, was 4 pictures and 1 reel a week, which means he'd go in one day you can just take 10 pictures, 12 pictures, just reuse those, make a reel out of some of those pictures. It was charging them so much money for like 10 minutes worth of work. It is insane.
Actually pisses me
bro,
off.
It is insanity. But a lot of these business owners, because they don't get social media, because they're business owners, maybe you're a takeaway owner or a restaurant owner, you're great at your craft, but you're not an influencer. They don't get that they're just being ripped off.
Yeah.
It's insanity, bro.
But the problem is the social media marketer knows that they're
he's ripping them up 100%. Because look, since we've started this business, our prices are incredibly ethical, right? We're the best and we're also really cheap. But the fact is, I know we could triple our price and people take it.
Yeah.
Because we could just do the whole smoothie. We've got Heyman food reviews and Munchbox is under us, and we got this, and he works with us, and we're good friends with. I can make a call, and that's what people do. They name drop. They name drop, bro. So we don't do any of that.
Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Food for Thought. It's actually been fantastic having our brother and good friend Ali Heyman food reviews, and sorry it took a while. We had some things going on, some personal issues, that's why I haven't really been putting any content out, but we're now going to be back to our usual weekly schedule, and you'll see us next Friday 6 o'clock. Be there or be square. Bye.
Oh yeah.